in that map. But when you're facing up a Navi who is treating you like that, that's always going to be a challenge.
Yes. Middle. Jax is in a good position, he read the game and he puts him down. This is now a 4 versus 3 that should be under control. But here is the mistake from G2. That communication doesn't go through. Jax is not ready to fight Boomich, and that's a huge problem because a 4v2 just turned into a 2v2 in a matter of 10 seconds. This was G2 firmly in the lead, 4v3 with very few seconds to play with. Now Nico attempts the long flank for the clutch, which he finds Boomich, but they are pressured by the time. Simple knows he's just got to wait a little bit, and even though he dies, unfortunately it's going to be enough time for G2 to win this round. We can talk about the defuse, we can talk about the 2 versus 2 for as long as you want. My problem is mid-round. G2 were outmatched by Navi's mid-round. The amount of time they lost situations they should have won is just too much.
There's many layers in this clip, and I think one of the most vital points as well to point out here is Nico's and they decide to flank that late in the retake. Right, the bomb timer is always more than halfway through, and Nico decides to go all the way behind CT spawn. He's even lucky Boomich didn't hear him like walk like an elephant coming up CT spawn. He wins the duel, sure, but even Hunter gets the first kill right there on Simple. They still end up losing the round, and we've seen it so many times from G2 before. The fact that when they retake, especially on the CT side, for whatever reason, they don't want to tap the bomb. For whatever reason, they want to take it slow, take it steady, and in some scenarios, that's going to flush out the opponents, and in some scenarios, that's going to work for you. But I think we've seen too many times that it is actually costing G2 the rounds, and that's something they got to work on because it's a tendency I see more and more happening within the G2 camp.
Well, we can see some live pictures from that said G2 camp. They're going to have to be bouncing back coming into the second map of this series if they have grand final, but comes with a little bit of a caveat. It is Navi's pick of Dust 2. So how are you comparing these two teams when we're coming onto this battleground?
Look, I think it's going to be about G2's ability to forget about this Mirage game, because there used to be a time where G2 would pick into Dust 2, right? To some extent, some would discuss and debate if that's a good idea or not, but they would definitely have it in the shed as the maps that they wanted to play. We've prefaced Navi in that game versus Gambit as being a very strong Dust 2 team. That thing hasn't changed. But what matters for me is that G2 forget about Mirage. I classify that as a fail in terms of the rounds that they should not have lost. They have already showed us, they have proven to us during this event that they can bounce back from one map to the other, and that's exactly what I'm expecting them to do because the numbers are against them. Navi right now is a very strong Dust 2 team.
I 100% buy into that argument, and that's what I love to see about this matchup, that both these lineups went into the video with the mindset that we allow the teams to play the best maps they can play. Navi, they feel super comfortable on a Mirage, G2 is picking it, vice versa. G2, they feel somewhat comfortable in Dust 2, Navi picking it. So whoever's going to win this game is also by definition the better team, because nothing can be said when it comes to the map pool. None of them are going to feel uncomfortable on the server. They have to play their own game, they have to show them that they are the better team, and I want to see more from Amanek. We've seen it from him so far in this tournament, but as I said, Simple is not having his best tournament right now. Let's be honest. He has moments, he has maps where he's doing super well, but there's a chance for Amanek to come in right now and be the difference maker. Yeah,
and I think that's something that's so crucial when we're coming onto the ground of Dust 2, the impact that the AWPers are going to be having. So are you also looking at Amanek rather to be bouncing back into this one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not even requiring him to have 25 kills. I just need him to find some impact. We cannot have a beast repetitor of Mirage when it comes to Amanek now. Another nickname we haven't even mentioned is Electronic. The space he was taking on Mirage, he was playing good Counter-Strike. He was up there, he was taking space, taking names. You're moving on to Dust 2, that used to be his garden. He would fight from that catwalk area and just destroy everyone on the A side. Electronic is looking better and better after each game. And if you're a G2 fan, this is not something you want to,
well, if they can continue to be taking that space, it's going to be G2 pushed down and out of the competition. One more map to be deciding, potentially, if Navi are catapulting themselves straight to that grand final for that rematch for the ages versus Gambit. G2 will have to be bouncing back hot. We're going to be finding out how it goes down on the grounds of Dust 2 in just a moment.
Let me hear you. Are you guys here? Are you ready to watch some Counter-Strike?
They're right in front, defusing the bomb. The struggle. Three taking two and falling back.
What a match between these teams.
You are kidding me.
It's loud. It's insane.
Navi finish like this.
I can feel that vibration through the walls, through the floor, through my heart to the core.
That feeling is why you want to buy your ticket right now. You don't want to miss it. Inside of the Royal Arena, it's hard to describe what it is like being in there really without having been there. So we've all had this long break away from it, but now is the time to get the tickets and get in there because it's going to be crazy.
Yes, and especially because it's going to be an actual LAN event.
Yeah.
Where we'll get the audience, we'll get the players. The players are going to be on stage. It's going to be amazing. We got some footage here of what it looks like inside when everybody is hyped and ready to go. Awesome crowd, always awesome fans here in Copenhagen. Always one of the most energetic stadiums that we have. So sick.
I think one of the ways to maybe give you guys a feeling of what it is like because there's so much noise, obviously, from the crowd. There's a lot of chanting and singing. It's one of those things when you get home at night and you lie in your bed, you can still sort of hear it. Like you hear the echo of it in your mind. It's so cool. You don't want to miss it.
You know, the nice thing about it too, Anders, is that I didn't have to worry about getting a tan because we were so close to those flames coming out of the...
Yeah.
Just felt it on your neck every time they went off. The bomb went off. You're like, whew. All right.
Real good. The pyrotechnics.
I love it.
Special skills.
It's so sick. Man, like really, I cannot wait. Once the Royal Arena from day one has always been sick. It's always been an amazing experience. So definitely worth making the trip, guys. I mean, it's going to be one of the big LANs to kick things off with the season when we're back on LAN. Please.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously we know the caliber of teams in there. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be
so you should go do it now. We are waiting for one player to reconnect, and then once he's good to go, we should be ready with the second map. Of course, we are on Dust 2 this time around, and the odds are looking now. I mean, they started being favorite towards Navi. Now even more so, which I think is perfectly reasonable. I don't know. I really, more than anything, I want to see G2 come a little bit more fresh into this game. I think they have... We actually talked about this just during the break now. If I had to sort of name, I think at least 4 out of 5 players. I think Nexus obviously doing a lot of other things outside of playing, and there's a lot on his mind. But the kind of player that both Hunter, Amanek, Nico, and Jax are should be the kind of player that can sort of put some energy into their game and get you out of some interesting positions. And they just felt like they got walked all over in that game. It was really weird to see, from my point of view anyway, on Mirage. So I want to see a bit of a return. What was Amanek doing?
Amanek is freaking me out here,
He's
man.
stabbing Nexter in the back, by the way, as I can tell. So
he's enjoying that way too much.
I was gonna say that makes you a little bit uncomfortable.
But I mean,
fair.
Amanek needs to get his head in the game as well. I mean, it was brought up on the desk, and we actually got that side-by-side comparison with Simple.
True.
Simple not having the most crazy Mirage, fair enough, but neither did Amanek. And we actually saw more from Amanek against Complexity when the last time they played Mirage, where Amanek was making big plays. This time around, I mean, it really feels like on Dust 2, it is the Opera's paradise. It is where we need to see Amanek really come online here and start doing big work.
Yeah, they will have to. I think it has to be a fairly explosive start here. I don't know at what point this happened to G2, but at some point during that initial loss streak in the first half, they just seemed like they were a little bit out of it. So I feel like now is the time. This is a map that is absolutely of critical importance to G2. If they can't win this one, they're going to get knocked out, and it will be Navi facing Gambit. So, once again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are just one step away from the grand final here at Blast, and it will be Navi starting on the T side, G2 on the CT side. And I'm sure Gambit are watching with a lot of focus, trying to figure out everything that's going on. We do have a P250 on Simple. Have a P250 on Simple.
We do, and that is definitely one of the more dangerous pistol players. It's worth mentioning that Navi are going to have to be ready for this push.
Yep, they will. And they are. Electronic, the initial goosh there, and Nico hard to recover from that aim punch. He's going to go down. Nexa is still towards connector, towards the catwalk and looking in the middle. He's going to give that up. And they could bring a lot of people over here. And in the pistol rounds, You know, the USPs at range, you never really know what's going to happen. Simple, trying for that shot. Didn't get the headshot that he wanted. Now a bit of a swing behind the flashes. Hard to stick around, a follow-up flashbang, but they're just hugging that wall and not being too exposed. Amanek also getting tagged up. He goes down to Simple. Here's Nexa. Will follow it up and get a kill. Perfecto, though, creeping in from the B bomb site. And now they're going to run the bomb back. So, dangerous fight over there, but G2 just not able, even behind the flashbangs. The first go-around, they got one kill and then ended up sticking around a little bit too long. Nexa, not able to land the shot either, and that will be Navi winning the pistol. And that second flashbang, I don't think anyone was even pushing behind that. It felt like they had a second flashbang there that didn't really do anything. Regardless, it's Navi picking up the pistol.
That is crazy as well, that it's G2 losing all 3 pistols so far. Across 12 maps going into this series, Anders, they had a 70% win rate on their pistols. They were winning pistol rounds and then winning the follow-up rounds, G2, to give them that momentum at the beginning of these maps. And yet here we go, Mirage, they lose both pistols, and Dust 2 as well. This is not characteristic of what we've seen so far from G2 this tournament.
No, it's really not. Hunter with a good headshot there on Perfecto, but it comes after 2 of his teammates have fallen out on the long corner. Jax and Hunter going to go for a bit of a boost to get up in the bomb site, but Electronic this time discovering an empty bomb site over at B. And I think they're having a quick little meeting. Simple. Taking down Jax. Instant shot with a scout there. I think they were talking about what do we do, but instead they just kill all of them.
I think that's interesting that the Boomich and Bit elect to still, when there could be somebody pushed up top mid and outside a longhouse, they still kind of act like they want to go out there. That feels like a bit of a risk to me. But, you know, it's just small little details there where you could have given up a gun that you wouldn't have otherwise.
That must have been the conversation. You know, you have B, yeah, but you don't have the map in between. So
you don't.
Going back is dangerous, but then again, it's an empty bomb site. I mean, I kind of understand why they wanted to talk about it for a second, but it all worked out. They went for the third route, which is just murdering everyone. Pretty good choice.
We're getting a rinse-repeat kind of scenario here from what we saw in Mirage. Very decisive rounds at the start. The pistol round, the follow-up round. It's exactly how we saw things play out for Navi on Mirage to kick off that map. And it felt like it took G2 4 or 5 rounds to start feeling it again after that beating that they took at the beginning. So Bit's going to be in danger of getting dropped on here, and they all have rifles, no MAC-10s, so no guns that you want to be giving up here, Navi.
Oh, Perfecto on Boomich. Pretty good recovery there. If it's only Bit that goes down, although they are very low on health. Everyone except Electronic is really tagged up. Amanek, I don't know if he could stop them here. Is he listening? They're going to be rotating around. They've got the bomb, so they're going to make an escape, and that's actually pretty critical. Nico, just the USP, and Electronic should have every chance of holding it. So
look at how low they are, though.
Yeah, that's the whole problem. I thought maybe if Amanek just was watching as they ran it along, not that it's really his fault. I don't know how he's meant to know that. Oh, spots it out. Pretty good shot on Simple. So this is a little bit more of a troublesome round for Navi, but I think they're going to be fine ultimately making it out. But still, if they can get some Galils into the next round, G2, I think they'll be pretty happy with that.
They get the scout as well.
Oh,
you can hand that over to Amanek for the next round. Start giving him a little bit of saved money. I mean, if you have the option to go for the glass cannon AWP, though, I would like to see that from Amanek, or at least an op. The scout's all fine and dandy, but I mean, it's so critical now that you win the next round here. If you're G2, I think you just have to go for the AWP and really just stamp your dominance on this following round. End it.
Yeah, a moment there where it looked like maybe Navi were in trouble, but they do make it out. I think that's good. That's definitely good news. They managed to recover that fine. Perfecto landing 2 kills. I think Boomich was on the other one, so that sort of stopped the madness in middle for just a second. But it is 3-0 in favor of Navi here. We'll see. They have the AWP picked up. They really weren't that interested in that scout. And they keep the Galil, fair enough.
Well, I'm very curious to see just how aggressive Navi get here. Oh, wow, this long spawn. This spawn from Navi, well, thank you very much. They just got gifted an ultra-aggressive round against G2. And no hesitation from Navi, straight out the long.
Yep, Simple leading the charge with the AWP. A Molotov setup, Flash as well behind, and he does not want to stick around.
Interesting.
Fair enough. Yeah, so instead of using the long spawn for an all-out war out there, they just wanted to try and see if they can get that snipe in. And again, Navi do play very slowly. They had a couple of fast rounds on Mirage, but generally speaking, yeah, they like to keep it cool here.
On Dust 2, it's I think a lot more. It's yes, if you get the long spawn, they will always take advantage of the long spawn. Like there was Simple with the spawn, he takes the spawn, so he has that op angle. And if somebody was trying to throw a molly in there late, they get picked. There you go, man advantage for Na'Vi. But also Boomich, keep an eye on Boomich. He really likes to get up catwalk fast on this map and apply pressure there, and also set up for nades to get fakes going. So a lot going there, but this is a 6 situation. Jack's only able to get the 1 kill though.
Nearly could have been a double. Oh, and Hunter, I thought he had the lineup, but instead he's going to get dropped. And I don't know, it looked like Jax and Hunter were not able to help each other out, and I'm not sure why. Amanek, doesn't matter. Boomich saw that, and Electronic is going to be called in. If he's scoped like this, he won't even see Electronic, and they just back on out. I would actually love to see that from Hunter's point of view, because I think Jax did just fine. He got the kill. He probably could have had the follow-up. I'm not sure what happened. I think he might have like slightly stumbled or something off the top of the box. Whatever happened, I'm still not sure what Hunter was doing in that moment. He could have been flashed or smoked off. It could have been perfectly fine or legitimate that he wasn't participating in that battle, but it seemed like when you have that setup, it should be harder than it was for Na'Vi to make it out of the choke point there. Good call for Na'Vi, though. Good stuff. Now they're up hunting. And who can blame them? Oh, not that much.
I mean, kind of moot. Just let him be. Hold on to it. So far, your buy rounds have been dominant. They've been looking great. No reason to risk your economy to go out and just take these guns off of them. They're gonna have a buy round regardless next round. So just deal with it, Na'Vi, and let your own bank just continue to grow. No long spawn this time around for Na'Vi, so this is the kind of situation, and Boomich has a terrible spawn himself. So this kind of situation where I think we're gonna get the slower approach here from Na'Vi. A little bit of default, just kind of spread out and go. Although Boomich is setting Electronic up for a peek. You mad lad, Electronic.
That is pretty dangerous. Just playing outside. This actually might be not just dangerous, but also genius.
This is insane.
Yeah, if they come back now, they're still looking for it. Okay, that's some pretty good good play from Nexa. He could have easily overlooked that, thinking, well, we smoked off the door, we molotov off the corner. If there's no smoke behind the container, then there's no one out here.
If Electronic has an AK there instead of a Galil, I reckon he gets that kill, and you've got a man advantage for Na'Vi going into long. That firepower coming back to haunt Na'Vi, but a man advantage for G2. Finally, they have something going their way here.
It's a rarity, isn't it?
I know, right? It's been a real struggle for them so far this series to get the opening kill. So for them to have it here in this key round for them, that is terrific.
Nice enough Molotov to try and force him out. Nexa back down at the pit with Amanek over on long. It's always very scary when you have this kind of a sort of a two-man long hold, because if Nexa goes down, I don't know, Amanek can't do anything from that position, so we'll see how this all plays out. Nico making a rotation, and Hunter and Jax are actually running out of the bomb side as well, so they're really feeling that this is going to be that A hit eventually. Boomich is down the middle, and he might have heard the rotation. I don't know if he knows about Jax. I don't think he did. He's going to go down. Amanek. Nice shot on Perfecto. And Nexa's found no one long either. A little bit of a save there. It's all on Simple with 10 seconds. So, yeah, he can't really win the round, but he could have done some more damage. He didn't, and G2 are on the board a little bit earlier than on Mirage, and with a slightly better economy. So, I don't want to read too much into it, but at least they have that.
Again, that's the key duel, I think, for the entire round. That Electronic loses it to Nexa there and takes that pressure away from long. Then G2 can stabilize and they can get comfy, hunker down. Na'Vi running out of flashes as well when they want to go for that cat push. That's really the tough call, because you know Amanek is going to be holding the long angle. That's always what he does. And that is, I mean, Na'Vi or G2 don't really mess around with things like that. Amanek posts up at car and holds short. And you're trying to push short with one flash grenade.
Yeah.
That's just not going to be enough. And so Bit throws the one flash, and then that's it. You've got nothing to deal with Amanek. You're just going to die. So tough break there for Na'Vi.
As soon as Na'Vi underhanded that smoke to the front of the catwalk,
yeah,
the one that they were boosting over at the end, but the one that can also be used if you're doing a B split instead, or if you're jumping down at it. It's a very versatile type smoke. As soon as they threw that, G2 are ready to rotate instantly. And that makes me wonder, either it's a pattern that they just recognize right away, but if it's a sign that they are willing to over-rotate, that's a problem, because if Na'Vi figure that out, well, they can really punish that heavily. So I'm just writing that down in the back of my mind and noticing if that's something that G2 is going to be doing a little bit later on. Pretty good trade. Perfecto coming out of the smoke and taking down Nexa. That's important. And they are setting up for an A crunch. And Jax, though, is in upper dark.
And again, no flashes. That's the only flash, and they get no value out of it. I don't get, like, these flashes just getting thrown out right now by Na'Vi. But they're not getting anything out of these flashes, and so now MNEK is going to get to hold this angle, and Nico's up on catwalk ready to push. Simple catches MNEK. That's the big kill.
Yes, it is. By the way, that smoke at the corner along here, that was the last one that Na'Vi had. So now they don't have any smokes for the cross, which is very strange indeed. Nico, he almost got shut down from Electronic coming in on catwalk. That would have been the round-winning kill, I think. I don't know how Nico actually got that one. Pretty impressive stuff, but Simple, yeah, trying to see if he can create a highlight of his own here. 1 versus 3. And he's already made it a 1-on-2. He's about to get flanked, but Nico has no idea. Oh, and he gets no-scoped right through the edge. What a dangerous player. He's already working on that quad kill. He's just faked out the bomb once, and now, is he going to realize Jax is down there? He does just scope him out, and now he knows. But Jax running headshot from that AK-47. And that is going to be the round one-on-one there. Jax winning it, and they needed that G2 badly.
What a fantastic clutch. And really, that is what has kept G2 in this tournament so far. They have the most map plays, but they also have the most clutches. 1vx situations won. 4 out of 5 of the top clutches in the tournament are on G2. So for Jax to come through and actually win one of his own, it's not often that he's alive last to get the opportunity to clutch, but this time he shows that he's perfectly capable as well. Missed shot from Simple, and Jax with the punish. That is a must-win round for G2.
It really is. And in spite of that, Navi still put together a fairly lethal buy here. Got the AWP and some stuff behind it. Plenty of grenades if they wanted to try and set something up. Jax is, again, not quite in upper dark, but he's leaning into it. Trying to get that forward information. Oh, that'll send him away.
It's the sense that if Na'Vi had gone for the long push, I think Jax was just primed to push very quickly behind. But this is a default approach here from Na'Vi. They're fully spread out, 5 points, just holding everywhere. Bit only just now making his way towards short. And this is around the time where you should expect to see, if there was going to be short resistance from G2, it's about now that they would have rotated in. And so Bit thinking this is it, clears this out with Boomich.
How does Aminet get back if they flash him, he's dead. If he misses a shot, he's dead. This is very risky indeed. There's a bit of a setup. Flash is there. He's going to get that one. He actually just goes into the corner, tries to Molotov it out. Oh, no scope nearly could have worked. It still is going to slow them down. 35 seconds. The bomb is out there. Bit is sneaking up on catwalk, and he's going to get found by Nexa. In fact, Boomich is now on his own up there, and the rest of the push is coming down long. Really awkward spray, but Nico somehow stays alive in spite of not the best spray we've seen so far out of him. 20 seconds on the clock, and this push has just been slowed down, and they've lost players every step of the way. So I don't know about this for Na'Vi. 10 seconds to try and make it into the bomb site. Getting tagged down low. Simple, actually. Great double kill, but only 6 seconds left, and there's just nothing they could do. Nexa, I don't even know if he would have been down from that. I don't even know if they could have still put the bomb down. So Na'Vi, we saw this yesterday twice against Gambit on Dust 2. I don't want to see it anymore. We need 10 more seconds on that round.
Towards the end of that half against Gambit, they were really running that clock down low.
Because look at how many kills they're getting. So many kills they shouldn't get here. I mean, the fact that they're actually making this a close round is in itself incredible, but then they don't have time.
It's a testament to Simple, though.
It is.
I mean, he's got 9 kills right now. Perfecto's got 7 right there behind him. Perfecto, man, he is really stepping up in this series so far. He was a heavy hitter on Mirage. But if Simple is going to have a strong T side, it's usually his CT side where he shines and starts to get to pop off. But if he's on the T side and already bopping heads, G2 are in for a wild time. But right now, this is looking terrific for G2. 3 rounds in a row, and a chance now for them to establish at least a little bit of a cushion against this anti-eco.
And they need it. Nico. Good follow-up. Initially, maybe took a little bit longer. That's a nice pre-fire from Electronic. I like that.
Well stabilized.
So, tied up 4-4. leading into round number 9. And we'll see what they got, Navi. There's still a lot to try in this particular match.
We still have not seen Boomich go for the very fast short. He goes up on short and then just sets up the lurk smoke on short.
Yeah.
And tries to just make it look like this is going to be a cat play, very quick cat play. But his team are primed. Wow. There's the shot. Headshot through. That's just the life of the B defense.
It is. They're going to try and go quick behind it. And Nico actually, he saw that coming. He was ready. But Electronic even more ready, it seems. Hunter, that's a very, very cool double kill. It just is unfortunately too late. Nexa, maybe if he could have caught Simple in T-spawn, he's not that far away from doing it, but that's not going to happen. So when the bomb goes down, it should be time for G2 to probably save these rifles. Interesting.
It's a 2-on-2. They have no idea where Boomich is playing from.
That was a super winnable round.
Yeah.
You could see that Nico knew the danger. He set up to catch Electronic there. If he wins that fight, Hunter turns around, gets a double kill. Suddenly, G2 just win it outright. It's all on that fight versus Nico in the middle. And it's not like, again, it's not like he made a mistake. It's not like he didn't know. He just didn't win the fight. That can happen.
I just admire Navi for accelerating on that and just going for it. They could have slowed down and played the man advantage and played a default round, but they just showed G2 that they are perfectly willing to just speed up when an advantage is perceived, and they see one early like that to just make a snap call and go. And so now G2 are going to have to be very on their toes dealing with this kind of pressure. No reason for Electronic to come out here into T-spawn, so Nexa should not be going anywhere. And we should have everybody holding onto their guns here. So Navi putting an end to the G2 shenanigans. 4 rounds in a row for G2 on that streak. And we're going to get a replay here of Simple. Just timed. Impeccable timing. Poof, okay. Brutal entry from Electronic as well.
In that one click, you heard the creation of 1,000 threads about Dust 2.
Listen, I mean, just get that timing, and sometimes that's just the way it goes. Simple spotting again. They stagger this time, though, and so he is not going to get that kill for free. Amanek very early up on a catwalk, however, so perhaps expecting some early cat play coming in here. But Boomich is out at long with Electronic, and they have actually successfully taken over long this round. G2 not electing to put up a defense this time. So for once, Navi get long for free.
They do, but they lost up a dart, swinging for it. Perfecto, even if he doesn't actually kill anyone here, this is some pretty good information. Oh, they're going to come back actually through the smoke. That is wild. I can't believe they actually turned around to try and fight for that.
Get that map control back. Because now look, now you've got upper dark, you've got long, you've got most of mid as well. The only thing you're missing is catwalk. Nexus posted up there with Amanek's help because they know this is the spot that they have to hold on to if they're going to have any room to maneuver here. G2. And Jax is going to get flashed in by Hunter. Yep. So we're going to get that retake. Perfecto was not blinded by the flash, however, and he knows that Jax is here.
Yeah, Jax about to walk into almost certain death. Yep, he will go down. A little bit scary, down to 28, but Perfecto handles it just fine. And over at long, that's where the bomb is. 35 seconds. Nico and Amanek, they could put an end to it. Win a 2-on-3. That's a little bit isolated here. Blind shot coming through. Nico is right at the edge, thinking about it. He's going to get the kill there on Electronic. The bomb is really far back. Boomich next in line to try and take this fight. 20 seconds on the clock. Nexa spinning around and taking down Bit, and they're actually being slowed down once again here, Navi. Surely not another round like this. No, this time they're going to secure the bomb site, get the bomb plant down. It is a 3-on-3. Perfecto sneaking in, and he almost got that kill. That's not bad. Simple and Boomich. Can they hold on to this after plant? G2 surely are going to go for it here. They're waiting to try and see if they can get out long, but this is dangerous. Amanek has the only kit that's currently in play, and if he dies out here, he won't die. He'll take down Boomich instead. They still need to run for Simple. It's still a lot far away. He can win this round. He's not got a single kill yet. A little bit of a jump to spot him out. They're getting very close at the moment, and Hunter finding the right angle. But yep, they need to run up. The kit, it's on Amanek. Oh, they picked up another one. That was on Hunter. This was very, very, very close. It could absolutely have blown up in their faces. If they didn't find a second kit on that site, I don't think Amanek can make it.
It's so close. It's so close. But G2, they managed to get the defuse, tying it up 5-5, and we'll get a replay here of Nico coming through that smoke. That is a must-win duel for Electronic. The fact that he goes down there is disaster. Just slows everything so much. And Navi, it feels like they were trying to play up it feels like they're trying to play up long, but maybe they stayed on that B side of the map a bit too long, right? They're trying to keep their options open, and so kind of got caught. Once again, Jax gonna get timed. This time around, however, I don't think that Navi were in position to play quickly behind that.
Double the amount of red switch created.
Not able to actually capitalize on it though, Navi. So this time I think, you know, just slow it down, play the default. You know that G2 are gonna be the ones having to play aggressively here to try and get some kind of info or get a kill.
I really feel for Jax. Think about how hard that is to deal with.
That's also just, you know, get wrecked. You know, it's just simple doing simple things.
Yeah, but there's no counters that, you know.
But it's still just simple though, because you're not seeing that many other oppers do that, right?
Oh man,
I haven't seen that many gap shots this this tournament.
Absolutely crazy. He's not even seeing him. Not even seeing him.
Just timing. It's thousands of hours.
Next are Nico. Over on the A side, Amanek and Hunter, they've rotated everyone over here. This is a really good call out of G2. They've got the right idea. Nico, he's so blind, but then again, so's everyone else. Perfecto getting his eyes back a little bit earlier. And Amanek on that ramp. Nice little jump up there, but he's lost every single teammate. He's pretty much on his own right now. Nexa, he wanted to hold long, and he's going to continue to try and do that while they lose the round. Not much he could do at this point, I think. 20 seconds, and he's going to go down to Bit, trying to take the fight. It will be 6-5 in favor of Navi.
What a stressful situation. But again, that awareness, just a little detail. You notice when they realize that they're going to have to fight close to CT ramp, right? They throw the bomb backwards. So if the bomb carrier dies, he doesn't drop the bomb into CT.
Yeah.
So just a little awareness there, just a little detail. But it's fun to note because how many rounds have we seen just utterly ruined because the bomb carrier dies close to the edge and the bomb just goes whoop, over into CT. And you're, like, you're completely screwed.
That is truly horrendous when that happens.
Navi, just, you know, aware. Quick long take coming in here. Perfecto made it behind the container. Do they have an answer to this? All out battle at long.
Is it going to be a Nico Deagle round? We haven't had one on Dust 2 yet, and they need it.
They've jettisoned out. They're like, nope, we're not going to have anything to do with this. 3 players, 4 G2 at long, using all of their utility. And Navi know there's no reason to risk this. This is an eco round from G2. Navi know that they're broke.
Except for that AWP.
That's true.
It's in the middle waiting. Hunter. Just at a bit of an off angle. If they get into B, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing that G2 could really do about that. So they need kills before any bomb is even planted here, G2, to make this a halfway reasonable round. Hunter's been waiting here for a very long time, and that pays off. Very patient. He's got his ghillie suit.
Mm-hmm.
It's out there just...
And now the bomb is literally dropped top mid, and you've got 3 guys there for G2. If they get their hands on Simple's AWP, how are there not more people here? Perfecto, what are you doing?
Yeah, big mistake. Amanek also getting a kill on Bit. That's... I don't even know how that happened.
That was a spicy shot.
Yeah, Jax trying to get a blind shot through, not really connecting. 2 on 2. And once again, G2 are kind of reading this well enough. I think Jax has already run over there. Hunter is in middle.
20 seconds.
Yeah, and he's listening. He knows he's walking through with the USP, but yeah, he's going to try and see if he can beat them to it and use the AWP instead. Do they have a smoke to try and block this off? Not currently. Oh, Molotov doesn't go all the way in, and Hunter is lightning fast in this round. He's going to take one down, and Jax with the other one. And an absolutely stolen round out of G2 here, and definitely with the help of Navi making a couple of mistakes.
Just playing so timid, Navi. But this, just all these unforced errors, these really weird situations. Unbelievable that Amanek gets 2 kills with the USPS, to be fair. That second one was outrageous, but Navi just running all over the place. And are we going to get attack timeout? Yes, we are going to get attack timeout called by Navi. I think it's appropriate. Try and slow things down here and stop the bleeding, because you're just giving G2 rounds that should just not be happening whatsoever.
Yeah, that was very... I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's a small mistake that just spirals and spirals, and it gets worse. All tied up. And Navi definitely, in terms of the money, bomb plant... Actually, if they got the bomb plant last time, I think they would have forced it. But...
Yes, they would have. I think
didn't.
Now you kind of slow it down a little bit. I mean, Simple's doing work with that AWP, but it's actually the only thing he's doing work with, to be fair. He's got 10 op kills out of 12 kills.
They forced it anyway. They don't even care about the bomb.
Main thing here is that G2 have actually managed to turn it around and have started to win more of these duels at the beginning to give themselves man advantages. And that's definitely going to help when you get into these tight spots like this. You put the pressure on Navi, and Navi, it seems like the tendency right now for Navi when things start to go crazy is to just try and sit still and wait it out. And G2 are taking full advantage of that. Are we going to get the Hunter flash into upper dark here in a second? Going to help Jax out.
They're patient, aren't they? They're thinking about it.
The lurk.
Covering one side each. Hunter jumping down, making a bit of noise. Flash is there. But Jax he's so just steady.
Ice cold.
Yeah, doesn't even... If they'd swung on him, he would have been dead. And Perfecto's gonna be like, why is he still there? Why is that happening? I'm annoyed on his behalf.
Oh, this HE. Oh, it doesn't nearly do as much damage as I thought it would to Bit. Bit was just a little bit too far away there. All the patience is paying off for G2. Navi now looking like it's just going to be the bum rush onto the B site. Here is Boomich trying to sell the fake on Catwalk. He's got his smoke into CT, and then dropping down into mid, trying to make some noise, and this is going to be the B split.
This can definitely work. Jax doing a pretty incredible job there. Deep nade, and it does land right on top of Electronic, but here comes Boomich flying through the window with a Mac-10, and that kills Hunter immediately, so right into a 3-on-3. Everything else was great. They had them slowed down, they'd done the damage. And this is tough now for G2. If they go for this retake, which on the B-bomb side is very tricky, they lose all their guns and they can't rebuy them. And then Navi could go up to 8 rounds or just like that. If they don't do it, it's probably going to feel like giving up a round that was yours, and nobody wants to do that either. Electronic low from earlier, but against the AWP, it doesn't really matter. The MP9 is right there, and he should be dead. Will be finally Boomich there to follow it up, though. And now Nico, not even a step on the bomb side. Boomich with the triple kill. And that is an absolute disaster for G2.
Boomich, the hero of the round for Navi. I mean, setting up the fake on Catwalk, just yeeting himself onto the bomb site literally here with that Mac-10, and then this final kill, the trade. This is just Boomich's round. What a monster play from the IGL for Navi. Set that up perfectly, and this time, Navi had a game plan and they stuck to it. Gather up and upper and hit the B site. They set it up and they executed well. So glad to see that kind of decisive play coming in here from Navi. But not if you're a G2 fan, because that has utterly destroyed G2's economy. They're in a hard eco here.
Jax didn't die to Symbol Salt, but he did get tagged by it in the middle, just pointing it out, trying to see if they can follow up some aggression. And it doesn't work, but fair play. I can appreciate that.
This time Navi stabilized. It wasn't all just poor Simple, you know, with an AWP against 5 targets. That's never a fun time.
15th round. The last round of the half is coming up right now. I think 6 rounds is not amazing for G2, but you can do a lot with 6 rounds on the CT side of Dust 2. So I feel like they've at least carved out some space here where they could try and do something. If they get a 7th round, that's obviously going to be just a little bit better. And they do have some guns in this round, so let's see what happens. Amanek, right idea. Didn't quite get the shot. Almost picking it up. Are they going to go quick? Yep, Electronic Boomich out the middle. This is going to be a B-crunch, but there are 3 people here. So let's see if this actually holds up. Nico going to get 1 kill in Electronic. They're ready for it. They're countering the middle. They're actually going to go fight them in there. And I think Navi realized, they're like, wait a minute. That's a lot more than we were expecting. Got to be careful about that. Simple going down. Rare kill coming through on him. Jax, I think it's only justice that it's Jax getting that kill, isn't it?
Of course. Been a bit of a quiet time for Jax so far. He's just been working away in the background. 9 kills for him. This would be one hell of a round from G2 to stabilize if they can actually manage to pick it up. Perfecto and Bit is going to walk in. Perfecto finding the kill on Jax. Takes him out of the picture. Nico is ready and waiting for this, though.
Yeah, hearing them. Hearing both sets of footsteps. Going to be trying to look right over Hunter. Yeah, doing a good job there. Actually, Bit winning the fight somehow. That's interesting. But next is right around the corner, and he's going to take care of it. So 7-8 at the end of the half. That makes for a very interesting second half, which is going to be coming up right away.
The Blast Push to Talk podcast is back, episode 2. It is time for the hot takes.
No one more echo. Astralis will never be top 3 again with Bubsky.
Never be top 3?
Not even top 3. But you know what? Here's the thing. I would say it's not because of Bubsky. He's been great. I would just like to say that. I just think the composition, it won't allow them. I don't think Astralis will be top. I'm going to keep this short. I don't think Astralis will be top 3 with Bubsky. Like, not because of Bubsky, this lineup. I don't think the composition will work. I don't think they'll be top 3 with this lineup.
Okay, I accept that one as well.
No, sorry. They won't be top 3 with the lineup.
They won't be. Okay, the dramatic.
They won't be top 3 with the lineup.
I accept it. I accept it, man. Okay. Wow. You know, all great things come to an end. The bomb has been planted.
That was fantastic. Scrawny made the noise. He got it. So we're into it. The bomb has been planted. 40 seconds to mirror the bomb timer to talk about a couple of hot topics. The M4A4 versus the M4A1. Which gun do you want?
I want A1S.
I will take the A4 because the A4 is a superior gun. It has more bullets to use. The spray pattern is tighter. Cold Zero would actually drop an AK for an M4A4. Nobody's dropping AKs for M4A1Ss. A1Ss suck on Ancient, especially with print streams because their barrel sticks out so far you can see it from the corner. Plus, the A4 has good enough skins. Okay, I don't want to talk about A1S skins. They are very nice, but apart from that, there's not much to be said. The A4 has been around longer. It's undefeated. It costs more money, therefore it's better.
Your bomb has exploded. Now mine's been planted. Okay, the M4A1S is not better than the A4 on all maps. I'm not delusional, but it is unarguably superior to the A4 on certain maps, and that's why you need to be versed in both of them. Somebody who can only play the A4 is a troglodyte. Somebody who can play the A4 and the A1S, God mode. Okay, so make sure you put this in your repertoire. The gun itself is incredibly accurate over distance. You do not miss shots with the A1S. If somebody sticks their little head out for some kind of a shoulder peek, you're gonna fucking dome them, man. You're gonna hit these shots every single time. Overpass, A1S. Vertigo, A1S. Mirage, okay, you can keep your damn A4. Dust 2, also A1S. I'll see you on Ancient.
Guys. And one short or? Oh, I don't know. Nice. Dead left play was good. Bottom side, bottom side. I'm going long. Go. One is 10 HP. Go short, Jackie. Go short, Jackie. He crossed long. He's crossed long. Kan er maybe, man. Hit on.
Can be short, yeah?
Yes. He can be big. I'll go from C.
I have long corner.
Nice.
I'm flashing at
close short.
I'm walking up CT, guys. Okay, I play first. Hit on Hunter.
I don't see him up.
I'm spinning up a bit. Single box.
Single box.
Hunter kit. Wait, Hunter kit. Yeah.
Nicely done. You see the communication of Nexa jumping, realizing his single box, and just working it all out from there. Pretty good stuff. I like it.
And making sure that the guy with the kit got on that bomb at lickety-split, because there was not a lot of time there to get that defused. That was a must-win round for G2.
And there are many more to come just like that, because G2 lost the first map. Second map, looking better, but I don't know. Navi are going to be a very hard team to put away right now. They are playing well, and they did get 8 rounds in that first half. So let's just see. Now, G2 on the T side, they do have pistols, including the P250 there on Hunter. Try and see if he can snipe somebody out long, which currently he's not been able to. Flash just for the middle, and they're going to be up against Simple. This could get real ugly. Simple with the USP. Oh, he's going to just fall back, but there's 3 people waiting. They've got a whole army here ready to fight, and the Flash, yeah, they'll flash one of them, but more already behind it. Electronic taking down Jax. A little bit of a setup here. Boomish does go down. Amanek followed up, but now Simple. He's being pushed back, and he's got to be a little bit careful out here. There's not a lot of coverage. He's just looking for a straight headshot as they try and hug the wall. They got plenty of time for the bomb plant. It's a 3-on-3. The nade doesn't do that much, and Simple, he's been angling all round to try and find some kind of a headshot, and it never really worked out the way that he wanted to.
Well, do we actually get the dream for G2? A pistol round win?
That would be nice at the moment. Perfecto actually looked like he had the chance there, but Yeah, it's hard to know with pistols. So G2 will pick up the pistol round, finally.
First pistol round win so far this series for G2. And that is amazing considering they had 7 rounds in the first half without winning the pistol. Solid work, but here we go. Now that sets them up for a great success here in this second half. They can hit the ground running, tying it up 8-8, and they get all of the guns. On Navi's side, though, Navi just going for the straight force buy. Deagles, Kevlar, handful of nades. And now let's see if Navi can actually turn things over here. Electronic taking this fight straight up.
Nico actually, oh sorry, Hunter actually stopped spraying instead of just going all wild, and he had enough bullets to not just kill 1 but 2 of them. That's kind of, I mean, a lot of people panic in that moment and just pray that you're going to get something, but he handled that very well.
And so the struggle for Navi in these sorts of scenarios continues. They've got one of the lowest win rates. When they lose the pistol in the second round where you get that force buy, some teams are very good at it. And Navi just are not one of those teams so far. If they've lost that pistol, they've been very poor at trying to force that second round and bring it back their way. So G2 standing tall, Hunter getting the job done here at long. And now Navi, well, it isn't pretty. They've given up. It's just the gamble on the B site. You know, give up the B site and focus on A, focus on mid. Perfecto could get in here with the flank with the CZ. He can still be lethal. And Nico heard those footsteps.
Yeah, he did. 45 seconds, so a lot of time for G2 to make it up here. And this, I mean, this should be a fairly easy round to close if you're G2. But with Deagles, nothing is ever what it seems. 35 seconds, they're going to be making a little bit of noise out long, and I think Navi feel confident that the call that they made is the right one. Deag shot rings out, not connecting, sneaking in. There's Bit with 1 shot, and Simple, oh, he gets it, and a follow-up from Bit, and all of a sudden, Amanek is on his own, out of time, and they steal it back. Bit with the triple, the magic of the Deagle.
Did I just counter curse them? 20% win rate on rounds like that for Navi. Well, they just beat the odds. And G2 are going to be feeling like their stomach just dropped through the heels of their shoes. That is agony for G2. Nexus and Hunter's reaction says it all. That is agony.
Oh, man.
Or agonizing if you want to get specific. But
that first kill from Bit, that takes all of the attention away from Simple. And he's just behind the car, ready and waiting. Real interesting stuff. Amanek is sneaking out middle through the smoke. I kind of like it. He only has a Glock. I don't like that. But maybe he could find a... I mean, he actually doesn't even need a kill. He just needs to draw away the attention from the B-bomb site if they want to try and go for a bit of a hit here. He's calling in some teammates. Nico has got a smoke, so they can block off CT spawn with a smoke and run.
Exactly what's going to happen. A little bit of a spot from mid, but it's going to get real dicey here on B side in a moment. Perfecto, though, standing his ground. 2 kills, watching the slope.
Yep. Finally goes down. I think he got all 3 of them, didn't he? And Nico, down the middle. I mean, that's a... You could see the thinking. They had the Glock in there initially. They realized, oh, wait, we have an opportunity. And they try to make it work. I don't really mind. I think that was a fine move by G2. If they get the kill on Perfecto, a lot could happen, but not this time. 10-8 though. Navi, 6 rounds away.
It's cool to see that you can really, the versatility now with that B hold, now that the doors have been changed over. Because before you wouldn't have been able to hold from there and control mid that way. It would have been a lot of pressure on the window man to just be watching that slope. But this way, you can just change up those angles. It's a bit of an off angle and make it interesting here. So Navi looking very solid indeed. Dude, Malek's face just said, you know, it's like the picture that says 1,000 words. All of them raging. I mean, that is so brutal. Hard eco for G2.
Simple. Sneaking up. He's not going to let them have an easy round. Oh, he's chasing them down. I mean, it's just unarmored opponents. And the headshot. Oh, man. That's cruel, isn't it?
Bully mode engaged.
But I like it.
That's exactly what I want to see. Especially with the MP9. Thank you, Simple. Man out for my own heart there. Getting that extra money. That's $1,800 in the pocket. And that's for your star Opper as well. So now Simple's economy is going to be stellar going after this.
Oh, man. I mean, not that I think G2 would have had a lot to do in this particular round. But it still does, you know, like whatever you just talked about. Like, you know, you had at least made a call, right? Like, I was trying to, and then Simple's like, nah.
Nah.
None of that.
We're not going to have that. In fact, you're all just going to die. Little peek. And...
not quite exposed, but eventually, again, block, no armor. It will actually be bit from the middle.
Fair
so,
enough.
Round comes to an end. Na'Vi get up to 11.
Yeah, MNEK has enough money for his AWP. He's got a spawn spot in mid as well, so he can keep that. Although he does, I mean, it's a halfway decent long spawn. If he goes for the op and tries to get out there fast, he could catch somebody unawares on Navi's side. This is where G2 are looking a little bit too dejected for my taste. It's still early days in this second half. Yes, this isn't your map pick. This is Navi's map pick. Na'Vi are comfortable, fairly comfortable on Dust 2 these days. It's not as decisive as an advantage for Na'Vi as it was for G2 on Mirage. G2 were on a 5-map win streak on Mirage. Na'Vi just broke that with the first map win of this series.
Honestly, if you just woke me up in the middle of the night and you said, "Oh, Anders, it's 8-11 in favor of Na'Vi on Dust 2. Do you think G2 would have?" Like, yeah, of course. Like that's out of a 3-round gap. Who cares?
Exactly.
That's nothing, right? That could be done in a second. But G2 certainly don't look that way, and they don't seem to be really playing that way either. Although they are playing much better, so I don't want to be underselling it either. But
they look pretty tame.
They do a little bit, yeah. But again, it's not a big gap to overcome at the moment. This is completely doable.
I love that HE. That HE from short into lower dark these days. I think it's going to be the next step in the meta because so many teams now are just going lower dark by default. You know, you get that timing down. It's going to be like banana nades on Inferno. Just chuck a couple HEs in there and just watch people get blown up.
Nico. Bit of a swing without too much coverage. Could be dangerous, but no one was there covering or watching it from the CT side. They do have a 3-man lead towards the A side of the map, and that could be pretty brutal for Perfecto and Bit if they actually get onto the bomb site. But so far, it's just Hunter catching bullets. G2 like, no, I guess not.
About that.
I don't know, but the problem is, though, if they want to go back, that's going to take a long time. They're not quite 100% committed. Not far off, though. We'll see. They could boost over the smoke if they wanted to. The AWP leading in with the AKs instead. They're right on the edge. They do see one good flashbang. Bit is worried about it. You can see looking into the ground. 27 seconds. Perfecto's there on the crossfire. That is a good kill. Bit's gone down, and now Perfecto in the corner trapped. He can't really do anything. That's a friendly flashbang, and he still picks up a double kill with Simple showing up to take down MNEK. It looked like that friendly flashbang would have got him killed, but somehow he turns it around.
It saves his life. It saves his life, and he already had the angle. All he does is hold mouse 1 and control the spray. That's so nuts. The fraction of a second, there have been a couple of rounds where it just didn't go G2's way. That one round on Mirage with the defuse, and that round right there. That flash grenade going off in that specific timing.
But it wouldn't have flashed them, right? The T players wouldn't have been flashed. So it pretty much only worked against him, and he just ignored it. He just still got the kills. That's crazy.
So nuts that he gets both of them.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Because, again, that's a round that G2 actually build pretty well. But they can't get rid of Perfecto. Triple on him. Electronic sneaking in. Oh, no. Next, they're going to take him down. Simple. That is something that he really likes to do on his map when things are looking good. Pushing in to get that kill. He's stuck around for a long time. I don't think that was necessary. Maybe a bit of a mistake. And Hunter is going to capitalize and even take down Bit, who was trying to throw a nade. So this is a very weird round. Let's see if Boomich can salvage and recover it. He steps up right into the... this is...
Refire.
This is not in any way a round that Na'Vi should be losing. I think this is a little bit sloppy.
This is definitely a little bit sloppy. This is Na'Vi getting a little bit too confident there. And Simple hanging around when he knows that they're lower dark. That was definitely an overreach on his part. And that spins it all out of control. Hunter, you give that guy a chance, and he is going to take it every time. He is way too dangerous to be given opportunities like that. And at that point, I mean, Boomich is just a dead man.
This opens up an incredibly dangerous situation for Na'Vi. They just gave G2 a round that they really had no business winning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have money, Na'Vi, to still buy, so it's not that bad. But if they lose this next round, this will go from an 8-12 scoreline into something like a 10-12 scoreline. if they lose this map based on opening this door for G2, that's mentally kind of hard to recover from. You have to play a whole nother map. Navi need to close this one out right now.
I'm a little surprised that they don't hunt more aggressively to get those guns, because that was an eco round for G2, so you know you're going to buy regardless in the next round. Whereas if you can get that off of Perfecto, that could put a pretty big dent in the Navi economy. So a little surprised to see the hesitation there from G2 to go out and hunt Perfecto down and get that gun off of him. One of the rare times where I'd have been like, yes, go hunt. But there we go. 12-9, 3 rounds separating the teams. Navi this time around going to put Simple up on Cat very quickly here. He could go for a peek, but Amanek is ready for it. So elects to play it passively instead. And Nico and Jax, this is a very flashable kind of angle. Yeah, decides to back off. That timing, feeling a little off.
Bit playing the B bomb side alone, and he was very slow to cross on top of that. So, I don't know, it seemed like that could have been dangerous. Classic Molotov to force him off the edge. Still got plenty of time. Nexa's got the bomb outside of long. And it's Boomwich and Electronic playing that on the CT side with Simple up on the A-bomb side. So, over a minute still left. .55 now. They have a lot of nades on that G2 side, and this much waiting around, gonna be flashing away in the middle. Smoke is going up already. Electronic, did they realize? I think they might have heard that. A little bit of damage taken. Perfecto, though, lining up another double and nearly a triple. He had the dink. If he had the AK instead, he might have been the hero once again. But Navi, if they go for the retake here, that's a whole new level of boldness. They need the guns. They don't have the money to be throwing anything away. Boomwich is set up to try and do something here, but this is risky. Very, very risky. But he's feeling it, I guess. He's just going to go for it. This seems like just throwing away an M4. I don't know if I agree with any of this right now. He's going to get the one kill, tapping away. And he can't catch Hunter. Simple had already decided to save, so that would have been Boomwich trying to do that on his own. I don't agree.
Yeah, I mean, Amanek was already there to cut off the rotation from Simple. There's no way that is a 1v3 retake from Boomwich. He is never going to get any help from Simple there.
I guess the only thing is, if he does it late enough, if he gets the kill on Hunter and runs in and smokes the bomb and just diffuses it, it's possible that the third player is far enough away that... I don't know. I still don't agree, no matter what. But interesting stuff. And it's not like it doesn't have an impact in this round, losing the M4, by the way.
No, because now, I mean, it's going to be that half-buy kind of scenario coming in here from Navi. Simple's going to put himself in a position to be able to save this AWP. So if they go to him, that's fantastic. Right now, I mean, it really is just the name of the game is keeping the op on Simple. He's got 14 op kills so far out of his 22. So he started to work it up once again. And the main thing here is that you're not really having an answer to it on the G2 side of things. 2 kills for Hunter, 5 with the op for Amanek. I mean, they are not really relying on that op at all right now, G2. In fact, it is for the most part Hunter and the rifles doing the work for G2. But this is Dust 2 we're talking about, and so Simple at any point in time on the CT side, he can just be that one-man army with that AWP and just shut down pushes single-handedly. So yeah, very curious to see where he decides to set up in this round.
I mean, he's been playing very well, Simple. He's top of the scoreboard right now with 22 kills. Perfecto's behind him at 20. Again, Perfecto on the first map, on the second map. What an incredible performance for Perfecto late in the tournament to step up. Like, they've been playing very well even before this, but this is the part that really matters. This is where you don't want to go missing. On the other side, it's Hunter, Nico, Nexa. Got a little thing going on. Amanek and Jax a little bit further behind, but I wouldn't say really dropping off completely out of the game. So...
No, but not taking over either.
No.
So if any of those guys decide, if Amanek in particular decides to start waking up, this is going to get difficult for Navi. Amanek had a bit of a long spawn, but I think he's going to hang around here in mid to watch and spot. And so, oh, here we go. Simple.
Pushing through, he gets legged. That's so dangerous, and he just gets the revenge instead. Oh, man. I would have been so angry.
This is the option that they have, Navi, with that smoke that they throw at doors. Bit usually is the one throwing it, but they will throw the smoke close to the door. And you can get crazy with that, as we just saw. It gives you the option to push like a mad lad.
How upset are you, Amanek? You're like, I saw it coming. I predicted it. I knew what was happening.
I hit the shot.
I set up the shot. I even hit him, and like a completely unreasonable person, once he's been leg shot, he doesn't even go back. He just stays and fights because he's simple. I think it's so maddening, isn't it?
That's
and
the boss
amazing.
Play.
Oh man,
that's the boss play. But
yeah,
that's given Navi a chance in this round. Look at how much that has slowed down G2. Nico's only just now on his lurk, kind of getting a little idea of things here. He's going to get spotted by Boomich. Boomich going to give that up. And now Navi are unsure. They've got 3 players on the A site, but they aren't sure. It's going to be taking over Catwalk, it looks like, here from Navi. That's their answer. They need to find out if anybody's here.
See what Perfecto could do. He's got one. Another follow-up, a big double with the Deagle. And he's picked up that AK-47. There's nothing right now that G2 have that can stop Perfecto in that bomb site. It just doesn't matter. Nico bringing it back a little bit here. Electronic is going to be going down. And weirdly, what was that? A 5-on-2 into a 2-on-2 in a second? But the bomb is in there. 19 seconds, Perfecto. He's got that AK-47. They know where he is. And finally, they're going to swipe him and bring him down. Bit back at the bomb site. 10 seconds. They know where he is. And they're going to come for him. I cannot believe that G2 won that round.
What a time to come alive if you are Nexa. Triple kill from Nexa. Nico with the lurk as well, getting the job done. This was the beginning. The first shot, just fortunately getting shot in the leg. Goes for the re-peek. Absolute mad lad. But this is big. And Simple just stepping wide, looking for the fight with Nico. And of course, Nico sees it coming from a mile away. That is so, amazing from Nico.
I feel like Simple at that moment, he's just like if he was in a bar and someone bumped into him and he immediately is like, want to take it outside? Like, okay, you shoot me? Well, let's fight then. Let's go.
It's just all of the fighting there, but that is unreal. What a play from Nexa. Talk about digging your team out from the end there. Had they lost that round.
But, you know, again, it's unbelievable how every time they show up on the B bomb site, it's multi-kills for Perfecto. It doesn't really matter what they give him. At this point, I want to try and see, give him a knife and see if he's going to stab 2 of them coming in there.
Simple and Perfecto. I mean, you're talking about the A player and the B player. I mean, if you got 2 guys popping off, 1 on each bomb site, that definitely makes life interesting for G2. Way more interesting than they would like. Electronic, though, getting close to mid. Obviously wants to get that information. Yeah, and he's going to hear a little bit of movement, so that sets it up. Boomich and Simple now thinking about how they want to hold long. It's looking like they're going to trade places.
This setup here for Boomich and Simple is very risky. They could easily get pushed back, and it could be real awkward. Jax making a jump down. He's close to that from us. Won't stick around to take the fight. That's actually a really good play for Jax. Fit is there, and Simple as well. Hitting a shot. 35 seconds. Here's the quick flank from Electronic. That's why he was down in the middle as well. And the bomb is on the ground. 30 seconds, and G2, they have no idea where they can actually safely stand any longer. It's a 1 versus 3 instead. And Nexa, he saved them last time. It's too much to ask for. He does get tagged and ultimately taken down. Perfecto and Simple, the 2 heavy hitters, eventually winning that 2-on-1. So, I don't know. I actually thought that was all right for G2. They did everything right, but yeah, just those 2 kills, I think, from Simple and Bit, that made the difference. And then the flank.
I think Electronic's positioning is the one that really gives it away, because he hears the step. There was a missed jump in mid, and I think that 1 footstep was enough of a warning for Boomich to start thinking this is going to be Catwalk. Him and Simple gamble essentially and just say, we're going to be on A, we're putting 2 here on A for a hard defense, and then you get that quick flank, as you pointed out, from Electronic, up Catwalk behind him as well. So that snap decisions there from Navi based off of a very limited bit of information. Just 1 footstep was enough to allow for Navi to get in position and really shut down that G2 push. And G2, you can see, just a little stumped now on their side of things. Not going to be too happy about how that went.
Can't really blame them. It's really tough, because getting flanked that quickly, if at least you're on the bomb site and you get the bomb down, and let's say you've cleared out long, you can you have a balance. But that wasn't happening, right? They didn't have the bomb site. They didn't even have the ramp over there. So they were really sandwiched in at the perfect time. Really tough to get out of. It's 13-11. Navi are 3 rounds away from that grand final at the moment. Perfecto, a little bit of a smoke, but they're going to flash their way through. They don't even care. Putting it out, they're going to go really fast here. Jax around the corner. Huntress on the other side, I think, making sure no one's pushing into upper. And they didn't catch anyone out long. Are they going to stay?
What a cool strategy. And now Simple and Electronic, they've rotated around. They've traded places. Do they have what they need to get across here, G2?
Well, they need to, because otherwise Hunter can't do anything from the other side of the map. Two of them already gone down. Hunter's going to get dropped, and yeah, the plan is completely unraveled here for G2. I don't really mind, but Na'Vi were really good to fall back and not take any of those fights until they really had to. And that made it tricky.
What a shame for G2, though. Just sometimes it's just the way it works, and the round isn't done yet. Nexa deciding he's going to take the fight to Simple, gets the headshot on him.
It isn't done, but it nearly should be. No one's coming long, though, for Na'Vi. Nexa's out checking. Maybe could have gone for a bomb plant. They're going to try and set up a boost, and that kills both of them. Oh, no! And a missed shot. Perfecto going down. What in God's name is going on? It's Amanek to get the final kill, and an absolute disaster for Na'Vi.
Can we get a tactical timeout on our side? Do we get to call a tactical timeout, Anders?
Yeah, we need that.
What just happened?
Maybe like a therapy dog or something.
What are they doing running through smoke?
I
mean, Simple's reaction says it all. Like, what are you doing, Na'Vi?
Taking off the headset.
What is that round?
I would rather forget. I wish I had that Men in Black memory wipe.
What is... I don't even... Like, they had that round. That was it. It was done.
It absolutely was. Now, I will say this. I mean, if you had to try and give a little bit of credit over to G2 as well, it is cool to see them not go for the bomb plant in a 2-on-5, but actually, you know, Nexa went to look for something like that. But even then, that normally will not give you the round. It'll just give you, like, a kill on a bomb plant. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, good. Like, we did a little bit.
I think that's the hardest throw that we've seen all tournament long. That one round is probably the hardest throw that we've seen all tournament long. That is unreal from Na'Vi. I think Simple's reaction is totally justified.
They also hold the other hardest throw rounds. They're collecting all of them. I can't believe it. I really can't understand. Boomich and Electronic out long, and the USPs are doing way more damage than they should. Deep breath right here, G2. If you give it back now, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. Nexa and Amanek out there. Nico in the middle, watching Bit. They don't really know about Perfecto with the Deagle. He's checking lower dark, so at least Na'Vi should be in the right position for this eventual A hit. They're gonna have all the information that they really need. Not anything else outside of the information. And the Deagle and Perfecto.
Perfecto's here. He's got the Deagle and he's rotated up catwalk fast. Headshot on Nico. They are low. Two of them are low.
Yeah, and they only have 20 seconds. Oh, second smoke there for the cross. That's not bad. Perfecto, though. What can he... Oh, he's going to get swiped. A little bit of position. And now 10 seconds. Bomb is being planted in Bit. It'd be so cool to watch him get that jump shot. He's going to get a headshot on one. Amanek still has health, and he almost went down anyway. Oh, man.
2 health on Amanek. 2 health on Amanek.
You can't take anything for granted in this game right here. It is 13-13. And the last couple of rounds have been hard to describe.
That was a very weird one there, unfortunately, for Hunter. But, yeah. All right. Yes, Blade is actually talking that fast. I think that was sped up for just a little bit there. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure Blade just lost his mind as well watching these past couple of rounds for Na'Vi. We will get the buy round here for Na'Vi. And let's see if they've tilted off the face of the planet and if G2 are going to get this upset win. I mean, that would be fitting at this point now that both teams just upset on each other's map picks.
I mean, yeah, maybe it would be. Feels like everyone is slightly losing their grip at the moment. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting watching Na'Vi cheat that one-man, you know, setup at B early, because there's no way for G2 to recognize it. Now, if they've been watching demos, maybe they can guess, but if it's something that Na'Vi are just doing now, they can have Bit in the beginning a little bit alone there, and then eventually Electronic will join him. But if G2 went for a fast execute in a round like that where Bit's alone, that could end the round in a second. Electronic down the middle, though.
This is really cool, though, because Nico's now, he's got control of catwalk. He's just waiting to see if anybody from Na'Vi is going to make the information play, which at about this time is about right for Na'Vi, because they've already gotten long control. And so now somebody from Na'Vi has to come around here to Cat, and it's all about timing. Nico catches him out. Boomich going to get the trade.
That is so unreasonable. Electronic had actually made a genius play, but he got timed on that one. Bit missing the initial spray, and he won't get a chance to continue. Simple. If he get the cross shot, this is kind of doable, but they haven't smoked it off. Boomich gonna get caught by Nexa. It's unfortunate. It's a really good move. I feel like Navi have found themselves 2 or 3 times in this round in a position to get very important positions or kills, and every time they've been found out, that's upsetting.
This is where I wish I could draw on the map and we could show you know, exactly what happened there, because that was really cool from G2. They take over long control, and so now, you know, Navi, devoid of information, Perfecto, they backed off immediately, so they have little info. They don't know if anybody's along. So around that 50-second mark, Navi, they need to figure out what the hell's going on the map. Is it going to be a long hit? Are they still at long? What's going on? And so they start to push up catwalk. That's where Nico is this entire time. Nico's just waiting for that info push in mid and on cat. He's just looking for a fight, and sure enough, he gets it. But him just getting that one kill and delaying the others, it's just enough. It's just enough room created for G2 to just get out through and have all the info they need to get out onto that B site. So it's really nice work from G2. It's well thought out. They have that system where they're systematically just setting up.
What's really crazy is if Nico misses that lower dark push by a second, that round just gets exploded by Electronic. So like I mean, and if that catwalk push had come in, he would have been in that fight first. I mean, man, it's dangerous.
What do you do now if you're Navi? Do you force? No way. Yeah, they're going to play around Simple in the AWP again. Simple's got the long spawn, so he's just going straight out here hoping for an early fight, and it's just not going to be happening.
Honestly, given how mad this game has been so far, I don't even mind. Why not win it with a force-up with an AWP at this point? It seems like absolutely everything is possible, so we've entered into the Twilight Zone. 14-13.
Is that what you're calling it these days, Anders?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Nico, he's got the right idea. It is a C75 on the other hand, so might not seem like a lot, but if you miss the opportunity here, if you just go and you don't check the corner properly, you're dead real quick. I think bomb is still outside of long. Nothing been decided yet for the G2 side. If they get this map and put it onto nuke, I feel like Navi would be... That would be hard to take. They really were looking almost at the end of it here on Dust 2. They looked like they had it in the bag. Sneaking up is Amanek, and is he going to be ready for it? It's Electronic out there. And Amanek able to get that kill. There's the CC in action. Taking down one. Nexa, he really wants to catch him there. Nice flashbang, and he's just going to pull on spray, and he still gets the kill. Spins around to drop Boomich. All right, Nexa. That's pretty well handled.
Boomich dropping the ball, though. That is a painful one. And now, Simple, you need to back off. Even taking that one shot, if your objective is to save this AWP,
it's gotta be.
You need to be backing off and looking for a way out of this situation. Back off and save the gun. And it's looking like he just barely manages it. He's going to get back over here into CT, and he should be solid. G2 don't necessarily want to throw away their guns either, but Hunter is willing.
Yeah,
Hunter is willing to get out here and take a gander.
He could. Not a lot is lost if he does. He's got the money to rebuy. Simple. Just going to catch him looking the wrong way. I don't know if Nico could make the jump down in the last second. He has enough money to lose the rifle as well. He could if he wanted to. He's running. He's thinking about it. There's the jump down. Is he going to catch him? And he will. Orb is gone. And, I mean, they can rebuy that AWP, but it still is going to have an impact in terms of the nades and everything else. Just the total of it here. So, 15-13. G2 somehow in a position to win the map now.
Given the golf clap. You got the golf clap on that one. But that is definitely a little bit of ball dropping there from Boomich. A little slow to get in there to help his teammate out. And Nexa able to get both kills. That really threw things completely out of whack there for that Navi retake. There could have been a lot more dangerous there, Navi. And so Navi, I mean, it's really got to be that one round. It's got to be the round on A that's just coming back to just completely fry their mental game. They haven't done anything since. It's 4 rounds in a row picked up for G2, and this has just been a terrific turn of events for G2. They won 3 rounds and then lost the 1 round to Navi, where it's starting to look like Navi have got control of the situation, and it's been nothing but G2 since.
They've won 7 out of the last 8 rounds. Yeah. And
living life on the dangerous, you know, on the wild side there, Anders.
They really are.
Whoa. Isn't that interesting? Late to B from Perfecto.
And they've switched up Bit over on that side. It's been Bit and Perfecto playing a fair bit over on that B-bomb side.
Boomich aggressively at long, though, so he's got that information to go off of. And there's the shot for Simple. Takes down Nico. Big kill. Able to back out as well. This is monster now for Navi. They've got the man advantage. G2, the pressure is on them. And of course, Simple is still just going to hang around here. You want to come and you want to repeak? You want to get that info?
This is very hard to deal with because if you decide to go up long against Simple and that AWP, he's got Boomich behind him. They've got a little squad going on out there.
They are in the buddy system, aren't they? Boomich has rotated along with Simple as well. So now they're really setting it up. Boomich is now going to just be in position here to catch this long push when it comes through from G2.
How do you crack this open without losing maybe even both players long? 40 seconds. Boomich is in a pretty deep angle. They're going to have to swing wide against him. Simple's been pulled back with all these smokes, so their attention is a little bit divided, but they need a clean entry on Boomich. They need to go lightning fast behind it to catch Simple. He's got the M4 in hand, and there's the opening. Oh, wow! Nexa! Out of control! I can't believe that happened so quickly. I'm going to need to see that in slow motion. 4 versus 3, and Hunter is back looking for the middle. He knows they're all coming up. He's got all of the information right here. Oh, wow. Nexa has had some incredible rounds, and they are really fast with the retake. They're running for it, but Hunter coming up from behind, taking down Perfecto. It's Nexa with the AWP. He's going to get one more for the quad kill at the end. Unbelievable. 16-13 as they steal away Navi's map and put us on to Nuke.
Is this it, Anders? Is the simulation really going to come through? We're going to get a replay here of Nexa's entry onto long. It's the 180 insta-give on Simple. Sees that peak coming from Simple and just annihilates him. And Navi, I think it was just that one round, Anders. It was the A round where they just completely threw it away, retaking that site. Just, I mean, that is going to be the round that is going to haunt Navi. And I certainly hope that they have enough time here to recover going into the third map, because I could see them just tilting off the face of the planet now. That is a round that is going to haunt you.
You gotta hope not for Navi, because it's not like there were some really horrific rounds on Dust. So I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat that, but they still do look very strong, and it's not like it's the first time Navi had this kind of. I feel like mentally they should be able to recover. I just don't know what to say. I mean, what a crazy game.
Well, congratulations to G2. Given the opportunity, that's what, the positive to take away from this is that now each team has won their opponent's map pick.
Yeah.
G2 were heavily favored on Mirage. Navi, upset win there. Navi, not as heavily favored on Dust 2, but still, it was their map pick. It was their comfort pick.
Yeah.
And yet, here we go. Each team really setting it up in this lower bracket final for success. And now we go to Nuke. And it feels like that's any man's team.
It is. It's going to be wild, isn't it? So take a deep breath, everyone. We'll be back with Nuke coming right up.
Oh my freaking god. Just wait.
Oh, what the fuck? Ah! What the fuck?
No, no, no. No, what?
No. No! No!
Oh my god, there's gravity on? What? Oh my god, no way.
No! Ah, right.
Oh my god. Dude, what? Dude, what is this? I'm kidding.
Alright, boys, I hope I finish soon.
Let's go!
Yes, baby! Yeah, baby!
by.
Oh no. Not good.
I'm stuck, man.
No! No, no, no!
He can see us through the wall with command.
Yeah.
Never be all played. Yeah.
I have to take you again. Ah!
Nico, you take your time and you lead this round. I mute myself. I trust you both as well.
Tell me you guys are ready.
I do double factor for you on B.
We are ready.
Go.
2, 1.
I smoke door.
I'm on this side, okay?
Flashing
Side,
factor.
side.
Let's go flashing one more.
One close and one door.
One on mid.
I'm on Xbox.
Running lower to kill him.
I'm on Xbox. Xbox next side.
Dead.
Nice.
They're both B.
I'm going for mid. I'm going for mid.
30 sec. Dead.
Más váltorex. Mal kolla eller backplat nästa. Scratch side igen.
Running kolla. Shoot him. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Reach at the side. Side. He's a side up.
Let's go! It was full eco.
Nice, Nico. Safe.
A role reversal, and when it matters most, G2 cement the ground of Dust 2, bringing this series to one map apiece. A crucial time for both of these teams coming into it, as Nuke will be the third and final decider map. But I liked what I was hearing there in that mic'd up moment. Malik giving full control to the players on the side of G2, taking off his headset, saying to Nico, you know what, I trust you. And it was a crucial moment for you.
Yeah, and he better trust Nico. At least he brought it back right. That was one hell of a round, this round we saw right here. And that game on Dust 2 was one hell of a game. Let's be completely honest. Eco rounds being won back and forth. And overall, I don't think any of these teams played a good game, but they played a very, very much exciting game.
It was such a roller coaster. It was insane to watch. And honestly, I'm going to bounce back on that clip. Nexa, in that clip, obviously very instrumental with Nico. Nexa had 14 kills in the last 5 rounds of this game. 14 kills in 5 rounds. He led that comeback. And let me be clear with you, Navi allowed it as well. We're going to touch on so many of these crazy rounds. But Nexa stood up like a hero when they needed him.
Yeah, let's talk about those crazy rounds and bring up an eco play. We're going to be bringing up a number of these during this segment. Because as you said, Jacob, a bit of a messy affair on Dust 2. But heading back to this first half, let's look up first.
It was a bit of a messy affair. We have around 12 coming in right here, and we talked about Navi having problems sometimes with the time, and we're going to see another example of that. Honda has an AWP at hand, and of course he finds Simple to begin with. That's nice by Honda. Nice trade frag coming out from Navi, and at this point you think to yourself, what on earth is going on? They completely lost track of the map. They have no map control at all against a full eco, and now we're in a 2 versus 2. Look at the time, 18 seconds, and look at Honda's position right here. He's hearing everything. He can call it to his teammate, make the rotation in towards the B bomb side, and at this point, 10 seconds left. They cannot even smoke the door, and yeah, sure, Honda is hitting the shot, and sure, the Molotov is missing, but even though that didn't happen, they wouldn't have won the round. Navi once again play themselves in the clock. They don't have map control, and they take way too much time to make the decision whether or not they want to commit to A or B bomb side. That was just one of the instances in this game where they once again ran down the clock.
Well, I liked what I heard from G2 in our earlier TeamSpeak clips. Let's see what was going on in the server there for the side of G2.
Front of long gamma.
One lower, one top mid.
One dinked lower. 40 HP.
Going short, they're going short.
Bomb top mid.
Don't.
How long?
They will not go long, Jackie. Sure. 20 seconds. No, B. They go B. It's B.
One on B2.
B.
Maybe no
Fully
smoke.
B.
Nice.
Time.
No time.
Nice, man. Nice stretch.
Cool cool, calm, and collected in that crucial moment for the side of G2. And continuing on with our theme of eco plays, we're going to be flipping on over to the other side in our second half, and the other side of the server at that.
No moment to breathe for Malik and for the G2 fan. When they win that second gun round, you think to yourself, that's it, they've regained control of Dust 2. But no, next eco play is going to be Navi pulling back an impossible round. It starts off perfectly. Hunter is flashed out of A long. He's got time to find these 2 quick kills onto Boomich and Electronic. It's a 5v3, should be fine. But all of Navi's players are together. They're baiting for simple, and just G2 are not together. They are disjointed. Look at this. Frags happening left, right, and center. I don't know how G2 actually managed to mess that up. They had everything they needed, but that clip right here, it has the traits of so many rounds we've seen in that game. A bit of impatience, a bit of being, reckless, when you're peeking, when you should not peek. G2 here in a 5v3, all Navi players in 10 square meters, and they lose the run anyway.
Would you agree that we're kind of seeing those trends happening on both sides of the server, with both teams a little bit of impatience and wanting to be closing out a bit?
I guess we'd be lying if we said it didn't happen on both sides of the server. I don't know what it is, but it may be the magnitude of the game. It may be the style that the game was played in. There was a lot of pressure being brought on by both teams, which caused them to make a lot of mistakes. Navi made mistakes, G2 made mistakes, but it made for one hell of a game.
Well, somewhere where there was no mistakes being made was in a particular 2v5 where we absolutely lost our heads in the green room. Do you want to be breaking this one down?
Depends on where you're going with that one. If there were no mistakes, right? If you're a Navi fan, you might not like what's about to see. Maybe turn off your monitor. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Stay with us. 2v5 situation. Simple had done so much work. G2 players, Amanek and Nexa, they are constricted on the side. This should be it. Nexa finds Simple. This should still be an okay situation. You will see the Navi players gathering up together towards that catwalk position. And here comes the drama. Here comes the trouble. Navi, for some reason, will actually decide to flash themselves through the catwalk. Bomb is not planted. Nexa turns it around. 2 quick kills onto Electronic and Bit, and he just goes on a tear. He destroys Perfecto. And what looked to be the 14 for Navi, this was supposed to be the 14 into no money for G2. That was it. That was their ticket to the grand final in a 5v2 situation, and Nexa and G2 pull it back.
That was the worst round I've seen in the entirety of 21, and maybe also the worst round I've seen in my entire life at this level. I know there's a lot of pressure going on, but there was nothing that told Navi. No one told Simple to peek. No one forced him into making these moves. No one forced him to run through the smoke. The bomb wasn't being tapped. G2 didn't make any moves. They were basically just sitting between a rock and a hard place and couldn't do anything whatsoever up until the point Navi decided, let's go through the smoke, let's push up, let's make one mistake after the other. And you could see Simple's reaction. He knew that he made a mistake when he died in that 5 vs 2, right? Everyone from Navi was part of this, but the fact that you make that man regret dying in a 5 vs 2 when you know where both the players are, it is absolutely ridiculous for Navi. That cannot happen on this level.
Maybe to bring some sunshine to this damp cloud you bring over to us, Pimp. We've got to be praising Nexa, especially coming onto that second half. He really stepped up, as you were saying, with some of the stats earlier.
Yeah, it is actually incredible. 14 kills in the last 5 rounds. As I mentioned, he ended up with 23 kills. But what is really spectacular is how high the pressure was when he decided to step up, right? You could see we shouted all together in the green room in that last round. When he gets that double entry against Boomich and Electronic on long, you think, holy Moses, that is exactly what he's supposed to do. He's going beyond his duty, right? That's beyond the Call of Duty for Nexa.
23 kills on the T side only. Nexa was absolutely outstanding on the T side. 23-7. This was the best T side we've seen in the tournament so far. And as you said, Matthew, 14 kills within the last 5 rounds. He was leading by example. We talked about Boomich and Nexa coming into this matchup. Nexa being the more defensive player, Boomich being the guy who created space. Sure thing, when Nexa can close out rounds like these, when he can close out a game like this, that is the core value you get of Nexa. He has the potential to take over a game. He doesn't do it often, but we saw it on Nuke against FaZe Clan, and we saw it here again tonight versus Navi on Dust 2. That was absolutely fantastic.
He's part of all our key moments we've mentioned. I don't know if you realize on the desk right now, all of the key moments we have mentioned, all of the clips we have shown the viewers, Nexa is the common factor. He was there to save G2. He was there to really help them out of a helpless situation. I thought that was done. Again, that's the 4K at the very end. I cannot stress enough what Nexa has done on that Dust 2 game. Not that it was a pretty game, not that it was clean by any stretch of imagination, but what he was doing on that Dust 2 at the very end, it's quite stellar, honestly.
Incredibly instrumental. Now, very quick words on our third and final map. It's going to be coming to Nuke. So, Jacob, who are you favouring after we've seen both performances from both sides coming into this best of 3?
I'd say after the mess we've seen on Dust 2, it's a 50-50 for me. I think both teams have showed that they can play great Counter-Strike. Both individuals from both sides have showed they show up. Simple had a great Dust 2 right here. Nexa had a fantastic one. We've seen G2 play Nuke so far in the tournament to a very good level. We know Navi can play it. I think this one could be a very cool and very competitive matchup.
well, it's going to be the decider that we have all dreamed of for this matchup. One of these two teams will be heading straight onto that grand final against Gambit later on today, and it's going to be coming down to the final battleground of Nuke. We're going to be seeing who is going to be going nuclear on this third and final map as we jump into the action with Anders and Semler very shortly.
My first entrance was with a Neon Rider, and everyone was like, you are tracing, because everybody was like fresh off those scandals. Funny thing is, the Neon Rider, I did it originally as an experiment to see how far I could push things. I remember the SteelSeries guys were like, we'll just do like some little video thing, and we said, yeah, that's not enough.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Skin Origins, a new piece of CS Money skin content where we take a deep dive into the minds of the guys behind the skins, the big brains that brought your luxury items into the game. And today, I am joined by Puffin, best known as the designer of the Neon Rider collection and the Dragonfire. Would you say that's fair? That's what you're best known for in terms of skin contributions?
Yeah, I could say that. I've also made some other one-off skins. I think the other series I'm known for is the Offworld. But in terms of covert tier, I'd say the Neon Riders become what I'm best known for.
Right, those are your diamonds. So you said you've been making skins for quite some time. So yeah. I'm assuming that if you've been designing skins for this long, that you've been an artist or a creative person for even longer. Yeah. Was your move towards creating digital items in a popular, globally played FPS game a surprise to the people around you?
Not really. I've been playing CSGO since 1999, so since Beta 1. So since I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah. I just remember the first time playing it, me and my friends were in a LAN cafe, and we actually had no idea how to buy. I have this vivid memory. It's like, I don't get it. You're stuck with a Glock. This game sucks. And like 3 weeks later, everybody was playing it. And we'd all figured it out, and it's been like probably a 20-year journey towards this point. So for me, I was always like, I want to do something for Counter-Strike or one of these games that I love. And when the CSGO workshop opened up, I kind of observed it for a while and decided to jump in at I'd say it's around the time that the Howl and the Griffin controversy happened.
Yeah.
So it was very memorable because my first entrance was with a
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the third map, and coming out of that second map, you could tell the leash jumps there for Jax, and most for Bit. I don't know if that has any relevancy when it comes to the actual odds that we're going to be getting into the third map, but
yeah, well,
maybe.
The thing is that Simple wants you to hear him coming, so you fear. Fear grows in you.
Yeah.
So most steps, it's not a concern for Simple. That's actually part of the plan.
Well, look at what's happened. I think it was 4-1 or more when we went into the second map. Third map here, and it's not quite tied up. People still have faith in Navi in spite of everything.
As well they should. I mean, they're still the second-ranked team in the world right now.
Ooh.
And both of these teams fighting to go up against the top-ranked team in the world, Gambit, who are currently waiting in the grand finals. This is it, the lower bracket finals, third map. And somehow, someway, G2... Well, they were gifted it by Navi. Navi just utterly falling short on Dust 2 has meant that we get a third map here in this series. And now we get to see, are G2 going to be able to take advantage of this, or are Navi going to get the job done?
I just have no idea. G2 starting on the T side, Navi on the CT side. Jax with a jump past Bit. Not going to stick around to be run over by the Glocks, and I can't blame him. Falling back. G2 actually not even faking it. Just going straight down. A lot of other options, but they're going to run for it. Bit takes the face off of Jax. Electronic with a return, and or actually Electronic goes down, return, and Hunter taking down Bit as well. 4 versus 3. Boomich here with the CSAT 75. That is a very favorite fight, but is he going to be... Yeah, he will be able to reload. I was going to say he maybe could have been run down. It's now 2-on-3 with a bomb plant. Big opportunity here for G2. Haven't been doing too well on the pistol rounds, but if they can win this one, we'll set them up rather nicely. And Boomich, he wants to see someone on top of there, but there's a crossfire and they're going to get annihilated coming into the bomb site. Double kill for Amanek. And G2, they win the pistol opening round of nuke here.
Indeed, beautiful stuff. Coming into this series, G2 had a 70% win rate on pistols. They were definitely smashing teams on them. But then, you know, first 3 pistol rounds of this series not really going their way. Here, however, we get the strong start for G2 and they're back on track. And so that's going to be a real cause for concern here because Navi, you could tell that they were mentally struggling at the end of that second map on Dust 2. They were clearly not in it. They were clearly tilted, and not winning the pistol here is certainly not going to help things for the mental state of Navi. Navi needs to just try and survive the beating as best they can here at the beginning of this half and hope that they can get their heads in the game here in a few rounds. Double HE over red, though. That's nice. Oh, yeah. They have a lot of damage.
You like to see that? Nico. Down to 56. Smokers up. There's a gap in there. A large gap. No one taking advantage. But still a little bit scary. Oh, Boomich. He got caught. I can't believe he even got a kill at all. Bit is down here, looking for a second Deagle headshot. Don't even need them. Just a double tag will do. Scout will do a lot of damage. Bit has gone down here, so it's a 3-on-3. Smokes are up and everything else. And G2 need to get that bomb plant down, but then, well, a little bit late to the party, perhaps. Navi, I don't know. Difficult retake with no nades and no kit. Amanek. Oh, no. That was red, and it was a headshot from the Scout. Just like that. Into a 1 versus 3. And Hunter is in the window. Flashbang, not going to do that much. Molotov will certainly constrict him, so now they know he could only be coming from this angle. And they're coming off the bomb. That's the problem. It's such a long defuse. Electronic. He's going to be able to get the kill, and I think they have the time for it in spite of everything. They're going to be down to the wire, though. Double kill for Electronic. The kit, it would have already been a 1 round, and they're going to get it right at the end. Second round going for Navi.
Oh, they could not have cut that any closer. Man, and G2, the team with the most clutches going into this as well. Unfortunately for Hunter, the 1v3 was just too tall in order this time. Able to stabilize Electronic, winning that duel and just instantly sticking it. That could not have been cut any closer. And Navi, they get rewarded for their clever play in the second round with the nade stack outside and yard, and then firmly setting up that defense on that lower site. Well done to Navi. Right back in the thick of things here. And we're tied up 1-1. So G2, they're going to take this round on the nose. Amanek rocking the dig, not Nico, interestingly enough.
Oh, simple.
You know, if you can buy a Deagle on G2, why would you not just hand it over to Nico?
Yeah, it feels like the most obvious choice, doesn't it? Well, he's got one now anyway. Oh, good.
Or you just die at his feet and then he picks it up off your corpse, right?
Eventually he'll get his hands, but it won't matter. He got run down. And Navi able to stabilize just fine in this round. No one in a real dangerous position. They're going to find Hunter at the end. And it will be a second round on the board for Navi. They're loving this right now. And I don't know, I mean, that last round, it's so easy to have all the hindsight. Sure. But without a diffuse kit in that second round, if some of the players there at the end, you know, try and stay hidden a bit more, they play a bit more, but it's pretty obvious that Navi just don't have time for the defuse, right? They won't be able to get it. But probably felt like they were really constricted in the bomb side. They wanted to get out and try and take the fight to ramp. Anyway, we're all the way in the 4th round. G2 are back with a pretty reasonable buy. A lot of nades. Let's see what kind of G2 we're dealing with here. In terms of sneaking out, taking yard control, or trying to go for something that's more focused towards that lobby. Here come the wall. All right. Molotov deep in towards Secret as well. Want to make sure that no one is playing out there. Sometimes do see Electronic sneaking up from the stairs to snipe away at people. He's pretty good at that. But this time he's in the garage out here. 55 seconds. The bomb is inside. And some nades, double HE, I believe, and a follow-up Molotov. Not really connecting with anyone, in fact. So far, just all show and no real kills coming in from G2.
Just the slowest play. G2 do have an explosive A take, though. And it looks like they may be trying to set up for it now as they go out through, trying to follow the flash grenades. They need to find the timing.
Well, someone else has made it in. Jax, I don't think Perfecto knew that. And Nico, he was patiently looking for Electronic out there. Going to be able to find that kill now. The bomb is going to be planted. That initial defense maybe would have worked if Perfecto had known about Jax running around the bomb site. But he just had no idea. He thought the kill that he got on Amanek was the first guy in. Yep. So just a lack of information. Nico, he could be caught. In fact, looks like he will be. And it's a loss of a rifle. Shouldn't really spawn any real danger here, though, for G2. That bomb is really far ticked already.
Bit has a kid. I think they're thinking about it. Bit has a kid. If he can die on the site. No!
This is so dangerous. They will eventually get the kill. Hunter with a double instead, and every single rifle is lost. Triple kill for Hunter. I really feel like that was pushing it. They waited a long time.
Well, if he gets it in 1, 2... I mean, it took him, what, 4 tries to get that kill? Ah!
Yeah.
So much time. If he gets it on the first try, maybe he's able to get a crossfire to help out his teammates, but unfortunately, that was Hunter just locking it down for G2. Big round there for G2. And well played by Nico, just playing out in the yard. His death is worth 2, and just so much time on the clock. So he gets that kill on Electronic, and he forces Boomich to just rotate so slowly, walking up from Secret, that it just delays everything. And so G2, that patient round works out for him, and now they're just waiting to see what they have in store for him here from Navi. Default approach from G2, holding onto grenades as well. And Nico catches Electronic getting cheeky.
Yeah, did get tagged through, which is probably a little bit annoying. Well, simple unscoping just as he maybe had the chance. Regardless, all of the investment for Navi has gone into this round. They lost the 3 rifles in the previous round. In, yeah, a bit of a wild retake. If they lose this one too, G2, they're going to shrug off losing that second round right away. If they can win this one, they're going to be like, all right, a little bit of a bump in the road, but we're right back into it. Bit is holding the ramp, and he doesn't have any grenades to slow them down. He's not going to fall back. He'll stick around moving forward. Oh, this is so dangerous. He could have been dead. Oh, but it's a 2-for-1. Simple. Catching Nexa and Jax, and I'm actually shocked that Bit is still alive.
Is there anything more than they could get to break their way right now? That's the question. As Bit gets both kills, Hunter and Amanek laid low at ramp. Nico, the last alive here in a 1v3. And he's got 30 seconds left on this clock, but it really isn't a whole lot of time if you think about it. He has to make his way all the way to hell to Decon, and yeah, he's probably just going to be trying to back off and save this AK.
Well, Simple's orb is lost up in that A-bomb site on the corner, so I don't know if anyone can... They're pretty far away from the vent. I don't think they can actually get there. Not the end of the world as long as they win the round, but still, it is expensive. And Nico's going to be living out the round, or trying to, with the AK in hand. I'm really shocked that Bit stuck around for the fight, and that he got away, and then got a double kill. There's a lot happening in that round from his point of view. Obviously, Simple's 2-for-1 here is always delightful.
That's just... boom. Talk about a wonderful turn of events for Simple catching a wind-up like that. Bit playing the angle perfectly. Had there been more targets, had there been more utility as well. With those 2 guys dying, it's not only that, it's that you're losing all the nades that they had on them as well. And so not a whole lot to take that lower side at that point, and Bit just gets to sit and take duels. Plays it very carefully to make sure that he gets that 1v1 each time. Now, I like that little molly there from Electronic into Secret to delay things if G2 were trying to get across quickly.
He's playing so close to the wall, and there's a gap there. He could definitely catch a kill, although they do run. I feel like if they walked past, that would have been so dangerous, just like Amanek tried. That's the difference.
And then he gets to play passively, so no chance to bring it back from Silo.
Yep.
Nico has to come out here and find him if he wants to get the kill. And instead, Nico is elected to go down into the lower halls and start creating some room down there to see if he can find some room for his team to work with on this B site.
But Electronic also knew that, so that's why Boomich is spotting it out. He's well aware. Jump peeking.
Did he spot him?
That's a good question.
I don't think so.
Which did. Maybe not. So now Nico's got pretty deep in here. It's dangerous. The problem is, to get up to the ramp, you either have to open a door or shoot a window. So otherwise, you could sandwich Bit, but... Oh, he's walked in here. He's got the right idea. He knows about Boomich. Nearly catching him. Boomich might still be dead. Smoke is being set up. 35 seconds on the clock here. Bit. Yeah, he doesn't want to fall back too far into Nico either. Good job so far. He lines up a triple kill. He just can't be stopped. I have no idea why he's not dead. Instantly sticking around on that ramp.
This is one of those rounds. These are back-to-back rounds, actually, where when you're the lurker, and you're just like, okay, I'm ready. I'm in position. This is good. All right, let's go, guys. And then your whole team dies. And then you're left wondering, they're like, huh, okay. I guess I'll just save my AK for the next round, in which I will have no grenades because I get no money if I survive the round as a T. So there we go. And this is just, I mean, it could not get any better for Bit. They land in front of each other as well. So helping each other out. He even gets the assist. Loads of work there for Bit, but man, what a strong start on that B site for Bit. He's got 8 kills now. Having a terrific impact. 115 ADR for Bit. Electronic with 122 ADR though. He's doing work. He may not be getting all the kills, but he is definitely having an impact.
They were using that lightning never strikes the same spot twice. Exactly. In spite of the fact that it always does, but
3 times.
If we keep jumping down, they'll think it can't be. They'll never just keep coming.
Just what's gonna happen, Anders?
I really don't know about that.
But now with no bomb plants, I mean, G2 slow, steady, just going to sit and wait. They've got Nico. He's on silo with that AK. He's hoping that somebody's going to get frisky outside in the yard. But nobody does, because, I mean, Electronic, they know that Nico's somewhere around there with an AK. They know that there was a rifle that was saved last round. So Navi just electing to hold, sit back, take advantage of the nades that they have here. They have full nade superiority. There's no reason for them to take any risks. Fresh smoke at the minute mark on Squeak.
Very often that ramp position is the one that no one really wants to play on the CT side because it can be really miserable. But Bit he's made it look so good right now. Could be some mistakes from G2, whatever. It still is really impressive. 40 seconds on the clock. If they get a bomb plant, that would be very helpful. Boomich up here with an MP9. Perfecto up on the rafters. Pretty good trade for Nico, but he's running low on health, and they're going to get rained from above by Simple and that AUG. It's 5-2 in favor of Navi. It's a pretty good start for them. And Nexa, obviously, who played so well on that second map. He is 0 kills. Jax is 1 kill. That can be turned around, but, you know, at some point, you want them in the game.
Well, Jax is going to be your point man. He's going to be the one... It's his job pretty much to just throw himself into the site first and to create room for his teammates. And so if you're thinking about roles here, Jax, his whole job is to run in first. And so him not getting kills, you know, it's kind of make or break. I mean, or not necessarily make or break, but it's hit or miss, right? If he gets the kills, fantastic. But really what he's doing is creating the space for his teammates to come up behind him and get the kills. Now, if you're going to have Nexa, who is not getting kills, that's going to be more problematic because you can't really have IGLs who don't frag anymore. Like, you really do need to be one of those rifles who's in there and who's doing damage and getting kills. So Nexa will need to step up a bit. Seems like he's kind of struggling on this T side right now to come up with a solution for what Navi are throwing at him. Also helps when Navi just throw themselves into your crosshair. And they're just like, please kill me.
Yeah.
Please kill me. But this isn't Dust 2 anymore.
No. So. That is all in the past. Bit of a nade. Hunter, not that much damage. Should be fine. Next up. Trying to time it with a smoke landing. Sometimes you can. Jumping in, Boomich closing the door right in his face. All right. But otherwise, 3 people. I think they're going to try and crunch through. Electronic has got the line up. The smoke is there, but he's done so much damage. It's Simple. Trying to see if he can stick around, not even falling back into the vent. It's so dangerous. But Electronic got Amanek as well for the smoke. And yeah, that position from Electronic has just been worth so much already. Does he realize Jax is here? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
He just saved Electronic. He would have been dead. Perfecto with that kill. And it falls apart here. Nico 1 versus 4.
No grenades, but plenty of time. Curious to see if he can maneuver himself into a position to get a kill here. He's trying to isolate these CT signs instead of running out in the open. He's just trying to play these angles. But unfortunately for him, he peeks into an AWP, and Simple will have the advantage then. One shot, body shot gets the job done, and G2 struggling here after what looked like a promising start with the pistol round and then the upset win. They are definitely struggling to get something going for themselves here on this G side.
What's so crazy is that so many of these rounds positionally have been really solid for G2. They've had many rounds right now where they've got deep in on the parts of the map that you want to get into. They've had a lot going for them.
Right.
And every single time they get caught. And I mean, that double kill for Simple out at Red Ramp is one of the examples. Then it's Bit getting 3 kills with the FAMAS as they jump down into him. I mean, it may also have been their fault, but at the same time, you can see how some of this is backfiring a bit. Again, another multi-kill, triple this time. Simple.
Whoa!
Ho! Then he was jumping, and Nico just doesn't even care.
Nice shot, Nico. No way does Electronic win that fight.
Hunter looked like he had all of the advantage. Every single round is Nico in a 1 versus X as well. A minute left. He's got the right idea. He's thinking about it. Electronic is dead, walking with his back turned. But at least it tells Perfecto where he was. So he has got that working for him. He's right up on top of Nico. Now, is he going to check? Very hard to check that. You wouldn't maybe expect for him to already be this deep. I'd say at the moment, Perfecto has got such a huge lead in this one-on-one. It might change if Nico decided to go up the vent. That would be the mega play. But how is he supposed to know that?
He knows, I mean, the main thing here for Perfecto is just stay put. Put yourself in a position where your back is protected and you can cover as many angles as possible because the clock is going to force Nico's hand. You know that Nico has to get the bomb planted.
He's thinking about it. He's walked out. He has got no idea. Is he aware? He's looking everywhere. He's going to go and check it. Does he see him? He does. Oh! A one-click! Unbelievable. Quad kill. He's had so many opportunities to try and do these 1vx. And this time he checked. I really can't believe it.
Getting the shot on Simple is just outrageous.
One click on it.
But that's awareness. He sees what, a pixel? You know, just sees just the barest little detail.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have the mic'd up moment, but I mean, it's also possible that some of his team called out, right? Like sometimes that'll happen. So you saw him right there. Either way, that's a crazy round, and G2 need to build behind it. If they can win this next one, Navi are out of money, and it's the start of something like a comeback.
It's another round of eco. It's another round where G2 were not supposed to win it, and yet they do. So that's 2 so far this half and a pistol. Now let's see if they can win a round where they actually have full eco, full everything, all the nades for an execute. That's going to be the make or break moment, and I will use that this time. So smoke's lined up. We'll get that smoke wall in the yard. A little bit of room for Nico to work with, but this time something different here. Simple. Simple is in secret for the first time. And that molly is imperfect. It's not good enough.
That makes it very dangerous.
He sees nobody out there behind that smoke wall.
Yep, and he's falling back already. He knows this is just to try and deny some information. 45 seconds. Here come all the nades running into the bomb site. Everyone is flashed on site, but there's a counter Molotov slowing them down. So yeah, they've thrown all of their nades and they can't execute onto the site. G2 need to find something else to do. If they run through here, they're going to get slaughtered every single time. Jax has already gone down. 28 seconds. Nexa picks up the 1. And Perfecto, we've got to be careful. Amanek walking onto the site. Where's the rest of Navi? I feel like they must have known this was coming, but they're still not quite there. Amanek, 2 great headshots, and Simple getting caught by Nico. I don't know how Navi were not more prepared for that. It seemed like they had the shutdown. I don't know if G2 could have gone anywhere else with the amount of time that was left. That should have probably been Navi's round to win. I'm real confused. Again.
Not keeping track of nades, maybe? I mean, all of the nades were thrown for G2 because they went for the smoke wall and then they went for the execute. They really used all of their grenades. And so Navi at that point, the only way for them to lose is to face them because there's nothing there to help G2. There's nothing there's no flashes, nothing to help them get out onto this bomb site. So the only way is by winning duels. And that's exactly what G2 do. Walking out in the open, finding those shots. And Navi, that is going to be a round, again, that stings. That's painful to lose.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
G2, I mean, it's not exactly a confidence building round for G2 though, because you saw a single Molotov was all it took to shut down that push completely and to ruin that execute. So for G2, it's not like they can just go and say, okay, cool, that round worked, let's do that again, because Navi were ready for him. So when Navi, if Navi are holding onto incendiaries like that, just waiting for executes, G2 need to do more to try and force utility out of Navi, put pressure on that utility.
Yeah, I'm reasonably sure that if you replay that another 10 times, it's going to be Navi winning that round pretty much every single time. Simple out here, listening for people, stepping inside of the smoke, and just eventually we'll try and roll the dice to walk through, you have to assume. Oh, he's going to back on out. All right. They do have that one M4 on bit. He's the one that's leading the charge for Navi right now in terms of kills. So not a bad player to have survive. Boomich. Elevated peak. And that'll force him back. Let's see if we can put bit into action. Electronic, I like this. But is he going to check right underneath himself? Not that easy necessarily. If the shadow shows on the ground, then maybe Nexa will get a bit of a word. I can't believe the timing. This is unbelievable. Now when he goes to check, is he going to see Nexa behind the container? The rest of the team are setting up down below, and he does see him, but it might be too late. And I feel like Electronic got robbed in this round. There's the opening, and bit is down. The M4 has been lost, and the rest of the pistols just not nearly powerful enough. So, I don't know. It's hard to watch for Electronic. He might not have realized he had a couple of moments where timing was just not working out for him.
All you can really do is kind of just cross your fingers and hope you catch somebody looking the wrong way, but that's not going to be likely with Hunter watching Secret. And Navi are going to be the ones kind of scratching their heads wondering now. I mean, they were so close to shutting down that last round with the executes. So they have to be feeling confident about dealing with that. And this is just an eco round, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. If you're Navi, you've still got 6 rounds on the CG side so far. 5 rounds for G2. Still perfectly possible for Navi to get into double digits on this first half.
It is, definitely.
I mean, it's just a question of, can they go? I mean, it's just going to be rifles here.
It will be rifles, and it will be with not at all perfect grenades. They're going to be lacking a fair few on that CT side.
Simple just had just enough for that AWP. Perfecto helping him out. So this is going to be it. Simple with the op. Once again, we'll see if he can connect with a few more shots.
They're all very centered around the A bomb site initially. Expecting maybe some sort of a fast play coming out here for the G2 side. G2 would do very well in this round to try and make sure that they force as many nades out as they can from Navi. If it ends up in another 2v2, 3v3 type scenario, then Navi might not have anything to actually go for a retake with.
That's the nightmare that Navi are currently living in. Because they can't seem to get their economy going, they're never fully equipped with nades. So G2, all they have to do is show some presence, and each nade that Navi throws is worth its weight in gold right now because they're so limited. They don't have full buys. They don't have everything that they want. And so you can see already just a little bit of a skirmish, and they've used almost every nade they have now.
Look at Electronic. I think he was trying to get some information outside. Simple. There to take down Amanek. That is a pretty good start. Oh, he got spotted and gets taken down. What a bold play by Jackson. Nico with the headshot on bit. 45 seconds. 3 versus 4. And here's where the grenades again start to make a real difference. Boomich is going to get trucked by Jax. Otherwise, a good kill on Nico right there. But how do you get this retake? You might be risking the AWP, and normally you want a smoke or something like that for a defuse. Yeah. They just don't have it, and they're going to have to back on out. That'll tie up the scoreline 6-6.
And it may be getting a little bit too predictable now that Simple is repeatedly here in this position. I think that G2 are going to start figuring out that this is how we counter him. Bit off angle in the open, just hoping to catch a shot there. But yeah, this is G2 adapting to what Simple is throwing at them, because as soon as Simple is there, they immediately close that angle, and then Hunter's just there to pounce. Or it wasn't Hunter this round, was it Jax?
Jax, yeah.
Yeah, it was Jax.
Got both the kills opening that round. Really good stuff. Well,
so
he saved the AWP, and that's got to be considered fairly important. But I think right now, G2 are starting to work their way back in. They've won 4 rounds in a row. They have Nico currently 15-6. So I feel like Nico generally does a lot of work, but it's not the most games that I'm seeing way top of the scoreboard. And certainly not by this much of a lead. Next closest to him is Hunter at 8 kills.
He's been alive in those clutch situations, last man standing, just taking the fight, and so that's created quite a few opportunities. Simple again with the AWP, and now we're seeing Navi go for the FAMASs just to address that nade issue. So weaker firepower for Navi, but more utility. Simple still just out here hunting, trying to find somebody.
Yeah, I wanted to get that wallbang shot. They got a grenade on Nico. Not happy about that, but he's just gonna wait. He's expecting some aggression out of Navi, and they actually have shown that they're willing to do that, Navi. They have been out there looking a couple of times. So respecting that fact. Late wall to come up here. About a minute, Simple's pushed up by the red container. Now, can he escape? He's got the one. Oh, what a follow-up. Taking down Nico, and that's what it's like playing against Simple sometimes.
Well, that's what it's like when Simple starts to get proactive and not just fall into a pattern. Finally getting out there. We had that one round at Secret, and this round now where he actually gets out to the big red container and actually starts taking some fights. So that's Simple getting out there with that AWP, and that is a huge deal.
Are they double push into Mini to beat Electronic? This is very hard. I mean, I don't know how you win this 3-on-5, but they're going to give it a shot anyway. Electronic is right here. He's going to get dropped by Amanek. First kill, but the Molotov will block them off, and they're going to change their minds. They want to try and see if they can switch it up in the last possible second. They can't easily get down with the bomb. That would have been cool, because then Nexa could have maybe dropped down through the vent as well. But it seems like they're still committed to it. 10 seconds on the clock, and here comes the final swing. Amanek with a kill. Jax as well. How is this happening? Navi, they have the bomb site and everything else. They almost screwed up the bomb part, but they're going to get it in the last possible second. 3-on-5 into a 2-on-3 with a bomb plant. Navi, I don't know how they let go of this round, but they're in a lot of trouble now.
They are at great risk of ruining the rest of this half for themselves here. Jax, Nexa, post-plant positions are just solid. Oh, you're thinking about it, aren't you, Simple?
Yes. But even if he got the shot now, it is definitely too late. So, rough position here. Bit backing on out with the FAMAS. I really I mean, I don't know what to say. What's so crazy is that even if Electronic dies in Mini at the beginning, the follow-up Molotov to stop them, that seems round ending. And then there's 10 seconds, and they get every single entry. I don't know what to make of it. Unbelievable.
It seems like there's a tremendous amount of pressure on Navi right now, and they are struggling. I mean, Simple was the one to get the both opening kills that round, the only kills for Navi in these rounds, so he's stepping up right now. He needs his teammates to help him, though. Can't all just be on him.
This is way too crazy.
Big buy coming in here from Navi, though. They just enough to get some FAMASs again.
I mean, that round on Dust 2, the 2-on-5, this is some good stuff here, though. Perfecto. Bomb is down as well. He's dropped down onto the hut, relocating himself. He's still getting dropped by Nexa. Dangerous peek. Hunter is next in line to fall. And Nexa won't be living much longer either. Good round. Solid lockdown. Perfecto starting them off real well with that double kill. And we're tied up again, 7-7 as we go into the 15th round.
And the G2 maybe going to be regretting that change of pace, trying to accelerate onto the A side, trying to really switch it up from a slow style to a very quick style. But Anti-Flash played perfectly there by Perfecto. He was ready for any nades to come over the top, and he just shuts them.
The change of pace makes sense, I suppose, from a grenade point of view, because they wiped them out. They're thinking, if we were ever going to play fast towards A, now we do it. You know, now is where we're not going to run into all the nades. But yeah, he had that locked down. So pretty cool stuff. Now what are we going to see? I don't know. This is such an open game. It's just that if Navi stopped losing rounds like that, there was the 1 versus 2 against Nico. I don't know if that was necessarily their fault. That was just a pretty good clutch for Nico. This last one, though, they should have probably won. So even if this finishes 8-7 in favor of Navi, you feel like, yeah, but it could have had 10-5 kind of deal, you know, at least. At least. 15th round coming up. Electronic. And Nico's been playing this pretty passive hold on the yard from the T side. Not wanting to go and swing for any big fights out here. I can't really blame him because he doesn't know if it's Electronic or simply he's going to be fighting or both.
Okay, now we're going to get the delayed smoke wall outside.
Yeah. And then, well...
Bloom, just full on everywhere. Smokes. Electronic currently trying to think, like, how does he want to approach this? He's playing very close, trying to get info.
He'd love to push through. If he found no one, at least he could give a 3-second warning to his team that there's going to be something going on in that A-bomb site. He's thinking about it, but hasn't seen anyone yet. The smoke wall is fading. Nico? Electronic's not seen anyone yet. He hasn't actually looked at the moment. Here come all the setups. Smoke for heaven. Molotov down towards that hut. And they're going to be diving through. Jax into the vent. Nico goes down. That was Electronic finding that kill. Boomich is hunting him. I don't know if Jax even realizes Amanek is going to get one, and Jax couldn't hear it. There's so many footsteps. 28 seconds, and he closes the door behind him. What a mad round. I think G2, they had a plan here, but there was, I mean, not a lot could have gone wrong in this round for them, and it was always going to end this way. Hunter with a kill on Simple. Electronic going down. Why are Navi moving all over the place? The bomb hasn't even been planted yet. 10 seconds left. Amanek, can he get back up again? Oh, he's going to get shut down. And Hunter, he doesn't have time. Even with this kill, which you won't get, he wouldn't have had it bit, ending it with a triple kill. And that is 8-7 at the end of the half. The second half is going to be coming right up.
Hello, you lovely Blast fans. The Blast Premier Spring Final is here. But this time, they got a little something extra cooked up for you. Bring the team-on-team action into your own home. Arm yourself with the very best players. Pick your weapon of choice. And whatever you do not forget the X. While watching all your favorite Counter-Strike action unfold, Blast is giving you the opportunity to collect exclusive, original, and carbon-positive NFTs. And guess what? The NFTs are chickens. Let's look at what's for sale. First, the chickens. There are two teams, the blue team and the red team, each with a choice of 2 weapons. Then there's the X. Is there ever a chicken without an egg? I doubt it. If you want to upgrade any or all of your chickens, you will need to buy some eggs. They're available in cartoons of 2, 12, and 24. Every egg cartoon is a surprise. Will you get the blue most common egg, the purple uncommon egg, or the pink rare egg? For the lucky few, there'll be an elusive golden egg as well. And there's more. Blast Chicken NFTs are not only exclusive collectibles, there's also a game built in. Once you have your chicken and your eggs, you can start upgrading by combining your chicken and your egg NFTs using Bond Swap. The rarer your egg, the rarer your new Ultimate Chicken team will be. Build your team, build a flock, or collect just one. Not only will you be able to involve and upgrade any chicken NFT you purchase, but also you can win and receive prizes and perks for doing so along the way. Oh, and if you didn't manage to bag the colored egg you wanted, fear not. If you collect any 3 of the same colored egg, you can use BondSwap, a bondless NFT swapping technology, to create a new upgraded egg. But remember, these chickens won't be around for long. Each chicken will only be available for a limited time period in limited supply. I hope you guys are as intrigued as I am. You better get your eggs and your chickens ready. The 16th of June, I'll be waiting.
And we are back. The final half is coming your way. It's going to be on Nuke. It is G2 and Navi waiting. And the grand final is going to be Gambit. And one of these two teams, and only one, will make its way there. And I have no idea who right now. I feel like if Navi make one mistake less per half, they have this. They're playing well enough for it, but they keep doing it. Every once in a while, something slips in. G2 now on the CT side, and they're pushing up Jax. He's going to get overwhelmed. He has to get nothing but headshots here. There's one. Oh no! He's going to get one more, and Nexa is there to pick up Boomage. Unbelievable. That is an all-in. If you miss a shot there, all those Glocks will spin around, and you are going to get chewed up instantly. They play that round. No one goes down. G2, that's a pretty hot start.
That's the advantage of the USPS, right? One shot, headshot does the job. Clean as could be. That is a thing of beauty.
And then back here next, it's like, yep.
P2000 has that same quality. One shot, headshot. So you get that beautiful positioning there from Jax, the aggressive play. A little bit of bonus money in his pocket. He's going to be happy about that. More nades to work with. And, well, no hesitation from Navi. Instantly going into the force buy here. So let's see what we've got in store for us, considering they've already thrown out all of their nades, essentially, apart from Boomage. Makes you think they've got something in mind here, Navi.
I love this Tech 9 on Nuke. It's one of those maps where, because there can be a lot of close quarters combat, so if you catch someone at the right corner with the Tech 9 and you keep running, it's not impossible that the other CTs that are running in to fill that space are just also going to get trucked by as they try and get in.
Getting into these nasty hallways down here in the lower sites, you know, all those corners, you just catch somebody peeking wrong and they're done.
Yeah, and very often if you get a kill, maybe you won't just straight run, especially if you're Navi. So if you actually just keep the pace up, you can catch people. They think, he's probably going to be here in like 3 seconds, and you're right on top of them. Under a minute now. Navi, they have a lot of people down secret. They have Perfecto and Bit. They can go for a sandwich. And if they force Nexa back from the ramp into the 3-man push here, it could be interesting. Hunter, realizing something is up, he's going to fall back, opens the door, fakes the sound, but they're not buying it. And now Nexa's out in the open. He's going to get found. The Tech 9 at range even, and a bomb plant on top. Navi, perfect second round so far. 3 versus 5, and yeah, they're already backing out. G2, they want nothing to do with it.
And it's identical. It's exactly what we saw in the first half, Anders.
Yep.
G2 win the pistol and promptly lose the second round. Hey, Navi, there you go. You get that Tech 9 on full display. The rapidity of it, how quickly it can come around corners and just do so much damage. Still such a powerful pistol.
It is. And I don't know, what grenade did he have, Hunter? Because I think he had, it might just have been a smoke. I don't think there really is there's not a right answer for what he's supposed to do there. If he runs in or closes the door behind him, he could get crushed from the other side. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, but this is...
There you go.
A good call for Nexa. Oh, sorry, for Electronic, right? Not falling for the sound of that door opening.
Dude, that second kill, though?
Yeah.
That second kill was spicy. That is not supposed to happen. Not at all, but... It works out. Now you've got MP9, so it makes you think more close quarters combat is on the way here for Navi. With these MP9s, they can be lethal. Maybe put a little pressure over towards ramp or get into those lower halls again. No early smoke wall coming through from Navi this time, however. Instead, early smoke from G2, creating a little bit of room here. So Nico and Jax setting themselves up with Amanek to support. This one smoke thrown down just puts a halt to everything for Navi. Electronic stopped in his tracks.
This forward play out here by the red container could be so dangerous to the T side. Even if you know that it's happening. Simple, really nice lineup there with the AK. He was really far away, able to pick up the shot. Amanek, he's got the scout. Definitely saw that gun dropped, but is it going to be enough? Electronic sneaking close, and Amanek does tag him. Thought maybe he'd try for the straight headshot. It's obviously dangerous regardless, so Amanek is not done yet. He still needs to do more if he wants the kill out here. Oh, and he's smoked off. And that loses them all of the map control. They are just boxed in. What, Jax is down below, other 3 in the A-bomb site. They don't have control of anything. 40 seconds on the clock. Bomb making its way down, so this is on Jax. Well, he's got Hunter with him now, but hard to stop this bomb from going down. And once it's down, they're in trouble. They do not have a kit currently picked up either, and I think they might just realize, yeah, it is not worth it. as long as they could keep some of these guns alive, at least they stay pretty dangerous and pretty competitive. And I bet if they would have had the kill on Electronic or Simple or both, they would have been a little bit more incentivized to try and go for it, but not this round.
But they have to be careful about falling into the continuum of force buying, which we've seen before, where teams just keep forcing us like, oh, well, we've got a few weapons, you know, we can just get some nades behind this and then we're good to go, right? That Deagle, next is going to get 5 headshots. I mean, that's the trap that's very easy to fall into on the CT side. So, yes, you hold on to this gear. I kind of would actually just like to see you just save and get a real buy going before Navi get too far ahead in this half.
Yeah, I don't think that's such a bad idea.
Double digits for Navi now.
Because if you force up in this round anyway, right, it's not actually going to improve your odds that much, I think. You already have the FAMAS and the MP9 and the Scout and the Deagle. If, you know, does it matter really if you have another Deagle on Eco or something like that? I agree. Just save what you have right now and try and see if you can't make it. And there's not such a big odds, 10 to 8. A bit scary, but definitely nothing has been decided yet.
Okay, that's very precise. Grenades getting lined up out here. And again, smoke wall getting put up. Amanek, however, is hanging out. Well, now he's on the wrong side of it, so he can't peek through to get information. He's got the scout. Nico's not far away, though, with the P250, so if he needs a body to throw through, that could be an option.
I think it's going to be a really good push. I don't think they have the firepower to stop this one either on the CT side. Hunter will jump down. That's a bit of a shocking moment. And the spray, it is nearly good enough. Trying to bring it back. Amanek with the scout on top, and somehow it's a 2-on-3. Hunter getting that initial jump and all of the damage behind it. It's not bad. And Nico is down below. If they want to try and escape and get the bomb down, which they may still try to do with a minute left here. No, they're gonna go straight for it. Simple with the bomb plant. And a 2-on-3. No kit, but they are right next to it here. Electronic gatekeeping this part of the map. Are they going to be able to jump him? Amanek sneaking in. They're both pushed up this far. And actually, this is actually pretty good for Navi right now. No one's going to be coming in from the high ground, so these positions, they might be really, really valuable. Amanek, he's guarding this, and now they're wasting a lot of time, G2, that they do not have. Next, gets the 1 kill. Electronic, oh, he's going to get jumped immediately. And now they need to run for that bomb defuse. They're going to be right on top of it, and I think even without the kit, they should have just enough time for it. Really, really close here, but G2, they're finding a way back into the game. 9 to 10, and that's a critical round.
Again, Hunter with that drop down, but this is so sick, and hats off to Nexa. He's had a very quiet map so far, only 5 kills to his name, but setting up this retake, making noise from the hut is all his teammates needed. The diversion that drew Simple's attention away from the crossfire that he had established with his teammate. Perfect retake there for G2, and Navi are going to be feeling a bit frustrated, I think, at that loss. That's one that's going to sting. They should have definitely had that unlocked, but there's just too much firepower on the G2 side. Hunter, given half the chance, will take your face off. Quick play out into the yard, however, for Navi this round. Simple going to take a little bit of damage from an HE, but they've managed to get Electronic at least down through Secret. He's not going to commit to it.
He made the jump like he ran down.
Making noise in case somebody's playing close garage right now. They may be thinking that somebody has gone down Secret, and so that'll keep somebody posted up down there on the lower site.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. And now he's backed off and hoping to catch someone who's going to go look, you know, maybe sneak through the smoke. So some mind games going on. Actually, audio on Nuke especially is so wild if you know what you're doing. Jax taking a fair bit of damage. Navi need this round. They don't have money to lose it. Bomb plant is not going to be enough to help them either. Some pressure there on the ramp, and they're going to turn it around. Now, if Electronic can make his way in through Mini, this bomb site is probably gone. I don't think they can actually hold this with, just 2 people. Jax all the way back here, low from earlier. Amanek will get the 1 kill, and Jax is going to get wiped out. And they probably have to think about saving real soon. Unless they can get an almost immediate kill, it's not worth it. I'm sort of even questioning this. Don't think it's worth it.
2000 cent on Nexus side, but there are so many angles you have to worry about when you're retaking lobby like that. He's just slowly trying to take advantage of he's got the advantage when he's going from left to right that way, and so he keeps just trying to inch his way around the corner so that he can spot somebody first. But unfortunately for him, just doesn't go his way that time. And Navi, they're in it.
The kind of setup that they had right there, if there's one guy on hot or on rafters and another Jax all the way on the default position in that A-bomb site, you need someone to hold Mini. Otherwise, it's not possible. That rafters or hut position is fine as long as they're only exiting hut and squeak door. But Mini, and you're out. You're done. And you could see it right here. This play is everything they need. That is a position that Hunter can't really be expected to cover on his own. So tough round. Yeah, shake it off. 11-9. And Navi, giving a round back, but they're right back in the mix.
Endless entertainment. Endless entertainment watching the player cams, and especially Malik's cam. His face says it all sometimes.
This is where it's so brutal because obviously they're going to have a break before the grand final. It's not like this ends and they just get rolled right into it. But still, it takes some energy to do this kind of thing.
Oh, this is Gambit are just grinning right now. They're loving life.
Yeah.
The worst case scenario for Gambit would have been that either of these teams 2-0s their opponent quickly, and then it's just like ready to go, roll into the grand finals,
feel great,
energized. It's just a best of 5 at that point, and you know what? We'll even have an hour off between the last map and the grand finals for the winning team to get a little bit of time for some dinner, etc. So I mean,
and what's so wild is that
this is worst case scenario for both of these teams now because they've already played a long best of 3.
Yeah.
And Gambit are just rested and waiting.
And stylistically, that grand final is going to be so different because of how Gambit play, especially if it's Navi that make it through, which at the moment is looking pretty good. Pretty good, I would say. Electronic is out here. Nico on the other side. So they were having the same battle, but on opposite teams. Oh, man. That looked like he almost walked into the shot. So, yeah, they're playing mirror positions out in the yard. And they both know how that works from both sides. Simple and Electronic with the bomb. Sneaking down. And this is early. They're down here really quickly. See what they make of it. Amanek, missed opportunity. Could have been dead right then.
Indeed. Wow. That is really surprising that Electronic does not just get him tagged and done. But still, the issue here is that that's going to have to keep somebody down here for G2.
Oh, Flash to get around the corner. Not even trying to take the fight. Oh, wait. I thought he was going to try and continue. Hunter, he's going to be able to call that in. They know. They should know. Boomich, he's made his way past. Yep, they're all looking for it. But they can't tunnel vision on it either. That's the problem. They got to be careful that they don't suddenly lose control of the B-bomb side while this is happening. A wild battle breaks out. Boomich going to win that fight. But it's still down here that really matters. And Amanek standing his position, taking down Electronic. Simple has now got the bomb on his own with 20 seconds. If he can't make it past... Oh, no.
He's got no nades.
Oh, dear. If he dies, that's the round over. Amanek runs past. He's given up on it. Jack's coming through with a kill on Boomich. Simple shooting him in the back. That's only 10 seconds. They need the bomb plant right now. Running onto the side. Amanek trying to get it done, but he gets shot through the smoke. And it's a bomb plant for Navi at the end. Nico in another 1 versus 1. Can he find him on the opposite side of the reactor? And Perfecto with the headshot. Navi find a way through. If he had held that, if Amanek had stayed there, maybe that would have been enough. What an incredible round.
He has no way to know. He has no way to know at that point, Amanek, and that is going to eat at him. I mean, that's going to be the demo review later. He's going to see just that situation.
You're right, it's not his fault.
And he's like, well, I mean, he has no way of knowing that Simple is there with the bomb, with no nades to get across, with nothing there. But this time, Perfecto wins the clutch. He gets the rematch clutch against Nico, and he gets it done. Straight up fight. No element of surprise this time, Nico. And so that is going to be Navi fully equipped this round going into G2, who are on a hard eco. 2 rounds in a row now picked up for Navi. G2 starting to feel the pressure, starting to feel the heat.
When you have to eco like this in the last part of the last map, that does not feel good. Electronic, maybe, it's a USP down there, slightly exposed, but hard to get many kills from that range. Navi well in control of the game right now, without a doubt.
Full-on buddy system going for Navi right now. They're so wired that they're just like bumping into each other, trying to stay close together. Against pistols, that is the way to lose it. If you start getting split up and stop putting yourselves in positions to trade kills.
How's Jax got up here? He's up on the T roof, isn't he?
Been a quick lobby flank. That's a lot of info gained, but at the same time now...
Listen, I don't think this is going to happen, but I did say at the beginning, all Navi have to do is not have that one round where they screw it up. That's all I'm asking. Then I think they've got that grand final. But this could... Oh, nice from Boomich. Somehow realizes... I was going to say that the time running low and the fact that Jax was up there had me a bit nervous. Knife by Hunter.
There it is.
20 seconds. They're down on the site. They're going to have the bomb plant. They can't stop it. So a bit scary, but I think that is past now.
No saving that AK for you, Hunter.
No.
But he gets the knife. He gets the knife. That is a lot of money. $1,500 in his pocket on top of the round loss bonus. That's going to be big. Gives them the option for the AWP for Amanek if they need it. And I mean, I think that they do, although it has been a bit touch and go so far. Very quiet. 2 op kills for Amanek so far on this map. 9 for Simple.
I'm just very excited that Navi didn't do what we all thought could happen there. They brought the bomb away from Jax, and obviously Boomich found him, but you know, imagine if they go for some sort of A execute at 20 seconds and Jax snipes away one of them as they come in and they run into... I mean, there's a lot of ways that could have ended badly, but well done. Good job all around. I don't know how that's a snap in the bag, but let's not think about it. It just was.
The painful thing here, I mean, this is really tough because Nexa went from dropping 33 kills on Dust 2 last map, and he's still only on 5 kills this map, Anders. It is a severe underperformance from the G2 in-game leader. He does need to step up here. You can't really have anybody lagging behind like this, not when Navi, everybody's in double digits on Navi and hitting shots.
He gave it all on that second map, but
he really did.
That's not how it works, right?
To be fair, he really did carry pretty hard there, but...
It doesn't help unless you can also do it again. Running past, and just as the smoke was up, he could have been dead right then, Electronic. 4-round gap. G2 feeling very uncomfortable in the second half right now, you can tell. Bit is alone guarding lobby. Now we have 4 people down, and I'm noticing this trend. They're so good at getting people down secret on this T side. G2 haven't been able to stop them at all.
This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Having 3 down secret like this, we haven't seen this from Navi yet. And Electronic is still upstairs, and he's been so good at getting opening kills in these rounds. Just catching people out of position.
Yep.
And could still run into Nico out here once this smoke clears.
And look at Bit on top of that. He's making himself impossible to find. All he has to do is not die. Stay alive. 45 seconds. Molotov. Nico thinking about to see if he could wait and snipe a kill. You're not going to be doable. And now they need to rotate some people. Wait a minute. Maybe not. The bomb is making its way back up. They've maybe sold this. Nexa is going to be going down, and he must be furious. He's been waiting all along to try and catch that kill, but Bit will beat him to it. 25 seconds, and the bomb, well, it's still on the upper side of the map. 20 seconds now, and Nico, he's worried about it. He's thinking about it. He might get shot at the back in a second. Does he see it? I think he does. But is that going to cause a false rotation? He gets the kill on Perfecto. Do they know this is still an A hit? I don't think they know. I think the fact that he got that kill pulled people out of the A bomb site, and that'll lose them the round. Bomb goes down in the last 2 seconds, and Navi are going to be at 14 rounds.
Dude, the balls on Navi doing that with 10 seconds left in the round.
Well, so when people, including myself, when we all complain about Navi throwing away rounds due to time, you just saw what the upside is. Nico spots that. It's 10 seconds on the clock. Of course he's going to make the call. They don't have any way. They have to do something, and that catches them.
Perfecto dying. It doesn't even matter if he gets the kill. He wins the round for his team.
Yep.
That split second of information is all it takes for the misdirection there, and Navi are now going to be up on 14 rounds, and G2 are in the dumps. If 3 players had survived, it could be feasible here, but this is going to be touch and go now for G2. They have so little to work with going into this following round. We're going to get the replay here.
Right, look at how they're all moving out in the middle of the bomb site. They're not at all prepared. They have... I don't think they knew at all. Don't break the headset.
Yeah.
But
there it is.
14-9.
Oh,
now 2 rounds away.
You're playing for overtime now if you're G2. This is a bold move.
It kind of is. So is that. Taking the fight straight up with Simple. No one hit a shot. AK and that AWP. Hunter? Did he hear? He hit the steps. Surely the AK did as well. I think Nico's got a pretty good idea. Try and see if they can smoke that off on the one side. That's a little bit of a gap there. I'd be worried about that one, Nico. Not going to try and look through it. And Electronic making his way to the other side. But again, Na'Vi and that secret and stair control.
But this is key here. Nexa pushed up into lobby again. So a lot of information gained here for G2. They see the lobby is clear. Nico gonna find Simple. That's a big kill to kick things off already. Electronic hot on his heels. Needs to catch Amanek, but Amanek hits the shot.
How is he not dead? Jax gets the bullet from Perfecto, but can't continue the spray. And now, 2 versus 5. I don't know. That shot from Nico on Simple was out of control, but it felt like Electronic should have been able to equalize that, and somehow didn't. Amanek was able to get the swing on him. 35 seconds. Can they get down the vent with the bomb? I'm not sure. Nico is there to get the kill on Bit, and now it is Boomich. 1 versus 3. He's got the... Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe he'd try and duck back down. He's run away. Is he going to try and get the AWP, or is he just going to try and go for it? This is very, very unlikely, but a bomb plant would still be pretty cool, and it's not impossible. Just unlikely. 10 seconds. Molotov will stop them from getting down, and here's the bomb plant. What has he got for us now? He fakes opening the door, hoping to catch someone. Again, this is all about the audio here. He's now back inside of the bomb site, slinking away, opening another door, and they're all coming in on the same side. They don't have any nades to get rid of him either. They're going to swing and an instant headshot. Nicely done from Nico. 3 kills in the round and 10 on the board here for G2. Man, they're not going to let go of this quite so easily.
Triple kill for Nico. Let's see it here. The smoke clears, and he just instantly takes that peek. Perfectly done. There it is, Amanek as well. The trade was possible for Electronic, but they run right into both guns for G2. Na'Vi, but again, Na'Vi spread out, not able to get any trade kills at all. Everybody's just spread out as if this was a full buy round coming in from G2, whereas G2, you saw it was the half buy, it was the eco. Now look at this terrific round that G2 have got. They gambled on winning the round with what they had and a couple of deagles. Now they have a full buy, all the nades, everything they need to get the lockdown going here on this CT side, and Na'Vi do not have match point. So very little room, but again, wow, look at all these smokes going down in the yard.
Yep, but none for Amanek. No Molotovs either. He's going to get the shot, instantly smokes it off, expecting a Molotov to follow that. So nice kill for Amanek. Sneaking through, Nico. He's going to get trapped out there. Perfecto nearly went down, but good timing on that one. So
prompting the rotation now from Amanek and Nexa. They want to retake Decon.
Yeah, and they have to get rid of Perfecto somehow. Even if he's low out here, it's a really big problem if they're going to get flanked all of a sudden. They go out looking. He is right behind the vent out there. Oh, they don't actually check it. Nexus. Oh, Amanek still thinking about it. Perfecto. Oh, he's been found. Just caught. That is unfortunate because that position is so valuable. If they get into an execute, he could suddenly be right behind them. 3 versus 4. 45 seconds. Na'Vi, they have money even if they lose this round. That's how far ahead they were, in fact. So G2, the struggle is going to continue. Hunter's made his way downstairs, but he's also the only one here. And that's going to be a problem. Actually, it will be a very hard retake, especially if Hunter goes down. He's ready and waiting. Now he's going to call in the troops. The bomb. He can't open the door. It's being guarded, and he knows it. Everyone going to join in. A little bit of a wall bang, but I don't know. This is scary. They have a Molotov on Nexa. So if they are in a one-on-one, maybe they could do something with that. Everyone up in the control room. All 3 members of Na'Vi. That Molotov just got very dangerous for the Na'Vi side. Amanek sneaking in and clearing it. They haven't actually found anyone from Na'Vi. They found the bomb site. It's empty. I don't know what they're thinking at this point in time. Simple with the headshot. Dropping Nexa. No Molotov here. Flick not connecting. Bit will take another kill. Na'Vi, they're so close to doing it. That bomb is ticking, and I don't think they've got what it takes here. G2 gonna fall. It is 15-10. Na'Vi now at series point and 1 step away from the grand final.
Showing true mental strength here. Perfecto winning the duel versus Nico outside was key. And there's a little bit of a mind game going on outside right now as well, where Nico asked him for HP and he said nothing. And there's usually players will tell each other that sort of information, but maybe Perfecto just messing with Nico a little bit. Nothing says he has to. Nothing says he has to. But that was some very cool play there from Na'Vi, and I like that they just stuck together. If it got into a firefight, they would have had the superior firepower to just battle their way out and trade. And so Na'Vi, it works. They keep their cool. G2. And now, I mean, G2, look at this trade here. Nico pushed up the silo. We haven't seen this yet. Super aggressive.
I like it, but Yeah, he's got some backup out here as well. It's definitely doable. He's waiting for the engagement from a teammate. It's not going to happen, though. MNEK will get one in return. They've won 3 rounds in the second half here on the CT side. G2, Navi have looked really solid. And I think a huge part of the explanation has to be that secrets their control. Navi just keep walking out there. Not almost any challenge from G2. And they make great use of it. Bit is sneaking in. Oh, this is dangerous. This is exactly what you want. They could walk right in and die. He's got a very powerful position, especially against an MP9. He did see it. Didn't quite land the headshot. 50 seconds on the clock, but they're deep in here. Hunter showing up with a kill on Bit. And Perfecto now. Can he get the other opening? Hunter is doing everything that he can right now to try and save his team. Get them a step closer towards that overtime. It's Perfecto and Electronic trying to get in through Mini. Hunter's finally down, and he's tapping away, trying to catch him through the smoke instead. Jack's going down, but there comes the return. Nexa to take Perfecto, and now it is a 1 versus 2 Electronic. He's got 20 seconds. How much does he have left? Trying for a bit of a wall bang. 18 seconds. There's the bomb. He can make an escape, but no! He's going to get caught by MNEK. It's dangerous right now. You can tell he wanted to try and escape with that bomb. Not going to be possible. 15-11.
And G2 showing some grit of their own there. Hunter standing tall here on the top of the hut. This has been instrumental. The key position for him. He has had a couple of rounds now where he has made all of the difference for his team from that very spot. And that started with Simple going down out in the yard as well. So you're thinking, right, one of the heavy hitters, exactly, Malik. You know, you get that kill on Simple. You're thinking, right, okay, we're cooking with gas. Bit dies next. Those are the 2 top fraggers for Na'Vi. At that point, you're thinking, good, we're going to get the lockdown. And sure enough, G2 managed to get that win. All important round. As once again, the smoke wall goes outside. Goes down outside in yard. Nico going to be dancing around that one, trying to find an angle to work with. This time, however, it's Electronic alone, and it's a pop play coming into ramp.
Yeah, takes down Nico. Electronic is playing with incredible focus right now. You could see it even in the 1 versus 2. He knew he wasn't going to fight to try and plant the bomb. He just wanted it to run away. If they'd been a little bit more scared, he would have had it, and it would have been a really dangerous 1 versus 2.
Oh, this is
I like
wild,
it.
though. Look at Electronic coming through main.
Yep. And they can't catch him. MNEK, maybe if he keeps walking that way, he could shoot him in the back, but it's going to have to be real quick. There's the turnaround, and he will be found, in fact. Oh, no. On the top of this, Simple's low on health. MNEK will get a shot for the smoke-dropping Bit. I mean, whatever it takes at this point, you're not going to complain. Turning around is Jax, and that is the end of the round. Simple going to be found. It is 12-15. Incredibly, Navi still have money to put together a buy. It's not going to be a perfect one, but they could put the pressure on here.
I think they should go for a half buy. I think they should go for a half buy with some Tech 9s and just go for some kind of YOLO play, and then save for the next round where they can get a full buy with full nades and they can have the execute and everything that they want.
Maybe, yeah.
Because right now, I mean, you're at risk, Anders, of forcing up and letting G2 get within striking distance of tying this up. I'm glad that Blade is calling the timeout now. Good time to try and slow down the pace a little bit here and let him get some information out to the team.
I can't tell you how close that round is to blowing up. If they don't catch Electronic... Again, Electronic has really been one of the key players in the second half. The way that he's been operating outside has been really amazing to watch. And if he sneaks in once again, which he's done many times, that cracks open that A-bomb side. But this time he got caught. Man, 15-12. Another timeout to tail in the other one. They really need it.
Why not?
Nobody wants to give this up.
Why not? If you can chain all of your timeouts together if you want. That's in the rules. It's perfectly fine here at Blast. So taking all of the time they need here to figure out a strategy for this following round, and I think we will get the half buy coming in here from Navi. So just a couple of pistols and saving up the money for the next round. I like this a lot from Navi. I feel like it's a huge risk if you force here, because then you're really putting yourself in a position to just not have any money for the remainder of this half.
True.
So this is some disciplined play coming in here from Navi.
I don't get my way on this a lot these days, but I would love event drop. People have gone away from it. Boomich is actually incredibly well skilled at getting those drops. So I would like to see it. We'll see how it happens here. It's not going to be that. Bit is already kind of proving that he's the only one there. Well, we got Tech 9s. We saw what they did earlier. Could do it again. 12 to 15. Electronic sneaking in. Are they going to try and get him through into Mini? Again, that has been very dangerous, and it would be again. If they catch Jax up on the rafters on his own, they're thinking about it. And here they all come. Jax not missing the shot there. He's going to get the headshot on Simple. A little bit of a return, but amanek has a very important kill. And actually, Perfecto spared him to get the kill on Nico, and amanek took him right down. Still, a dangerous round of I'll say that much, 13 to 15. And we are down to the last, well, potentially last 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's razor-thin margins, but quick rotations from G2. They were ready for a throwdown here on the upper side, knowing that this was definitely a possibility, and they managed to hold. They do not get overwhelmed. There's that critical mass point, that turning point where you feel like you've just got enough, and amanek showing up and getting those kills just saved the day for G2. So no bomb plant for Na'Vi, but they still have money for a full buy here. As I say that, though, Boomich and Perfecto are a little low.
It's just, I mean, it's not great.
You're probably going Mac 10 on Boomich just to get full nades. Perfecto's kind of in the same camp. This is nasty.
Yes, it is.
They spent a little bit too much. A little bit too much in the last round.
We'll see if it, I mean, obviously it would be better if they had all the money, but you can incorporate it into a strategy if you want. You could try and say, well, if we're going to have Tech 9s or Mac 10s, let's try and use it. Let's try and change the pace, speed it up. All you need, really, is one good jump into ramp room. You've got a speedy player coming in there, get the kill, and it's all open. So it doesn't have to be...
A speedy player.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that devastating.
A sprinter. Time for some wind sprints. Let's go. Simple. Thinking about it. He's kind of pinned around the corner now. There's a little bit of an angle to work with. Electronic trying to create some room out here in the yard once again. Straight on through into Garage, putting maximum pressure, hoping to find Nico for a fight out here, but nobody here to greet him. It's amanek holding passive with the AWP.
It's still outrageous to me that Electronic is able to do this every time. He's got so much control out here. It's obviously better if he gets a kill, but the fact that he can operate in this fashion everywhere out there, it should give Na'Vi a huge tactical advantage. Normally, there's something you have to fight for. You take a battle against 1 or 2 players out there, lose maybe 1 or 2 players of your own in the mix. Electronic is just every time he's there.
If you want to have just a couple more nades to work with here, if you're Na'Vi, look at the utility that they forced out of G2.
Oh, no.
50 seconds. There's a single molly and a couple flashes.
Boomich lucky to be alive. I think Boomich wanted to join Electronic for the collapse on the B-bomb site, but I don't think he wants to run past against the AWP. And next up, he's going to be falling back. That is a very well-timed Molotov. Oh, no. That's actually super devastating. 30 seconds, and now they're in the ramp room, but this has been called out. There are already 2 people downstairs, and more CTs are going to be showing up. Jax goes down to Electronic. That is an important kill, but there's only 20 seconds here. Next up with a headshot, Nico to follow, and this is looking so crisp right now. They had the call. That Molotov from Nexa is everything they needed. Simple, though. No, what? He's turned around. He's got 3 kills in the space of a second. And now it's a one-on-one. He's going to go for the bomb plant. He's inside of the smoke, and amanek, he's got the pistol out. He knows, but Simple's escaped out through the smoke. Not dead yet. Comes back for a little bit more. This can't happen. He's on the bomb. He's going for the full defuse. Ice cold from amanek. Oh, no! He takes him down anyway. The Undertaker. Unbelievable.
There it is, Simple the Undertaker. You heard the gong, and he comes up with the clutch, gets his team into the grand finals. You're thinking this round is done. And yet here it is, Simple playing it out impeccably. What a master performance from Simple in the end. That is the round. Doesn't even look stressed. He can't even believe it himself, Anders. He can't even believe it himself that he got that clutch.
That has got to be so destroying. You cannot cut it closer than that. He did that on his own.
Talk about the roller coaster ride, right? You know, just the emotions that CS can bring all in a round, all in the span of, what, 15 seconds? You're just thinking, this is it. G2 are going to force it to the 30th round. Na'Vi are screwed. They're not going to have any money. They just forced up everything. They're not going to get a bomb plant. Disaster for Na'Vi.